If you are passionate about sweet and perfect desserts, this homemade caramel and dark chocolate cream will undoubtedly become your new favorite. Its silky texture and the perfect harmony of flavors make it the ideal touch to transform any dessert into a true delight. With an irresistible fusion of flavors, this cream is perfect for filling macarons, cakes, cupcakes, tartlets, or profiteroles. It is a surprisingly simple recipe that requires very few ingredients and is suitable even for beginners in the kitchen. Tell me where in the world you're reading from while we prepare this delicious recipe. Leave me a comment and share how you plan to use this cream in your favorite desserts. Cook 300 g, 1½ cups, of sugar in a saucepan over medium-high heat until you get a golden caramel, making sure it doesn't burn. If you prefer a less sweet cream, you can reduce the amount of sugar in the recipe. This will adjust the sweetness level, allowing the caramel and chocolate flavors to stand out more without making the dessert overly sweet. Keep in mind that the amount of sugar also affects the texture, so reducing it may make the cream slightly less thick. Pour 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of warm or hot heavy cream over the caramel, stirring constantly, and cook over low heat until everything is well combined and lightly simmers. You can use either dairy or non-dairy heavy cream. It is recommended to use a cream with 36% fat for a richer and creamier texture. Add 50 g, 3½ tablespoons, of butter to the mixture and stir until you achieve a smooth and homogeneous texture. Remove from the heat, pour the mixture over 350 g, 12 ounces, of chopped dark chocolate, and beat with a whisk or a food processor until you get a smooth and glossy cream. Cover with plastic wrap, making sure it touches the surface, and let it cool first at room temperature and then in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. It is perfect for filling macarons. It is also ideal for cakes, tartlets, or even as individual desserts. I hope you enjoy preparing and savoring this delicious caramel and dark chocolate cream. With its unique flavor and versatility, it will surely become a staple in your kitchen. Don't hesitate to experiment with different desserts and share this recipe with your loved ones. I'm sure everyone will love it. Don't go just yet. I have another amazing recipe lined up for you, one of my favorites, Snickers cream. If you enjoyed this caramel and dark chocolate cream, you're going to love this one even more. Snickers cream is a creamy and delicious mixture, perfect for filling and covering cakes, profiteroles, individual desserts, or decorating cupcakes. It's ideal for peanut and chocolate lovers. Bring 350 milliliters, 1.5 cups, of heavy cream with 35% fat to a gentle boil. Once the foam rises, pour it into a bowl with 250 g, 8.8 ounces, of dark chocolate. Add 50 g, 1.76 ounces, of Nutella and 50 g, 1.76 ounces, of peanut butter. Finally, incorporate 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of mascarpone, at room temperature or cold. Use an immersion blender to mix all the ingredients until you get a smooth and homogeneous cream. If you prefer to simplify the process, you can add all the ingredients directly to the same saucepan where you boiled the cream and blend them there until integrated. This cream is perfect for filling and covering cakes, with an irresistible chocolate and peanut flavor. This smooth and manageable cream is ideal for frosting a cake that has been left to rest for a day. Place the unmolded cake on a base and clean the sides to collect and remove any excess cream. Add approximately half of the cream on top and, with a spatula, spread it from the center toward the edges. My cake measures 20 by 20 centimeters, 8 by 8 inches, and is 10 centimeters 4 inches tall. Then, apply portions of cream on the sides and smooth it out with the spatula to completely cover the cake. If you're a beginner and can't achieve a smooth finish, use a patterned cake comb to decorate the sides and top, achieving a well-coated cake in 1 or 2 minutes. Once I finish covering the cake, I store it in the fridge. Cover the remaining cream with plastic wrap to prevent it from forming a crust and leave it out of the fridge so it stays soft and ready to decorate the cake later. I take the cake out of the fridge, and as you can see, the cream has hardened completely. When touched, it feels firm and consistent. I fill a piping bag with the remaining Snickers cream, use a large 1E tip, and start decorating the cake. Notice the perfect texture of the cream, smooth, shiny, and easy to work with. Finally, I decorate the cake with golden, white, and pink sprinkles, adding an elegant touch that enhances its presentation. The result is spectacular. Snickers cream can be stored in an airtight container in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. It's important to leave it at room temperature for 30 minutes before use, or slightly heat it in the microwave or a water bath if necessary, depending on your home's temperature. It can also be frozen for up to 1 month. To use it, thaw it in the fridge and then adjust its texture as mentioned before. Among its benefits, its versatile texture stands out, smooth for spreading and firm for decorations, perfect for covering and filling cakes. Its flavor is balanced, with the sweetness of chocolate and Nutella complemented by the salty touch of peanut butter, achieving a delicious result. I hope you enjoy decorating with this cream. Thank you very much and see you soon. Extra firm Oreo cream, the perfect filling and decoration for cakes and cupcakes. Today, I'll show you how to make an extra firm cream, ideal for filling and decorating cakes, pastries, and cupcakes. No butter, ready in just 5 minutes, and with an irresistible Oreo flavor. This cream has the perfect texture, super firm, creamy, and easy to work with, making it perfect for any type of decoration or filling. Plus, there's no extra sugar added because the ingredients are perfectly balanced for a spectacular sweetness. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to prepare it, with tips and tricks to ensure it turns out perfect every time. This cream will be your best ally for impressing on any occasion. Just look at how firm it is and how well the details hold when piped. This cream is absolutely delicious, with an irresistible Oreo flavor that everyone will love. It's an easy, quick recipe with a spectacular texture, perfect for any dessert. Follow the step-by-step instructions and surprise everyone with this Oreo cream. It will definitely become your go-to recipe for decorating and filling desserts. Let me know in the comments which country you're watching from before we begin the recipe. Your comments truly make my day. Step 1. Crushing the Oreos. The first thing we'll do is crush a pack of Oreo cookies, including the cream filling, which is 185 g, 6.5 ounces. If you have a food processor, this step will be quick and easy since you'll get a fine crumble in just a few seconds. If you don't have a processor, don't worry. You can also place the cookies inside a sealed plastic bag and crush them with a rolling pin until they are finely ground. Once crushed, set them aside and move on to the other ingredients. Step 2. Choosing the right whipping cream. Here, I want to show you the two main types of whipping cream, as they are called differently in each country: heavy cream, whipping cream, or chantilly cream. Both options are excellent, but for this recipe, I'll use cold vegetable-based whipping cream, Ambient Puratos brand, because I love the extra firm texture it creates. In a bowl, pour 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of cold vegetable-based whipping cream. Start beating at medium speed for about 30 seconds, just enough for the cream to start thickening slightly. Then, increase the speed to the highest setting and continue whipping until you reach a soft peak consistency. This process takes no more than 1 or 2 minutes. Step 3. Mixing the condensed milk and cream cheese. While leaving the half-whipped cream aside, in another bowl, mix 150 milliliters, 5 fluid ounces, of condensed milk with 150 g, 5.3 ounces, of cream cheese. Use a hand mixer or a whisk to fully integrate them until you achieve a smooth, lump-free, and homogeneous mixture. This step is key to giving our cream that creamy and delicious touch, as well as a perfectly balanced sweetness. It's important to mention that we won't be adding any extra sugar to this recipe because the vegetable-based whipping cream already contains sugar, and the condensed milk adds the necessary sweetness. With these ingredients, the cream is perfectly balanced, not too sweet, not too heavy. Now, add the condensed milk and cream cheese mixture to the half-whipped cream. Beat at high speed for 1 or 2 minutes. Step 4. Understanding the difference between dairy and vegetable-based whipping creams. Dairy-based whipping cream is made from cow's milk, has a more natural dairy flavor, and contains about 35% fat, making it perfect for whipping and achieving firm creams. Vegetable-based whipping cream is lighter, already contains sugar, and is very stable, making it ideal for firm decorations that hold up in warm climates. You'll know the cream is ready when it forms stiff peaks that hold their shape when you lift the beaters. Step 5. Incorporating the crushed Oreos. The next step is to add the crushed cookies. Beat just until combined. Make sure everything is well mixed so that every bite of cream has that rich, intense Oreo flavor. And that's it. Our Oreo cream is ready. Look how firm and creamy it is. It's perfect for decorating cakes, cupcakes, or any dessert you want. Step 6. Decorating with piping tips. To show you how well this cream works for decorations, I'll be using piping tips 353, 1E, and 1M by Wilton. These piping tips are ideal for creating beautiful details on cupcakes or elegant borders on cakes. If you love experimenting with decorations, these tips will give you incredible results. Final thoughts. Did you see how easy it is to make this Oreo cream? Now you have a quick, delicious, and super firm recipe for decorating and filling any dessert. It's so versatile that it will quickly become your go-to favorite. Thank you for watching until the end. If you liked this recipe, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming recipes. Leave me a comment letting me know how you plan to use this cream or where in the world you're making your desserts. See you in the next video with more ideas to help you shine in the kitchen. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Caramel Cream Extra Firm is an exquisite preparation, smooth on the palate, and extremely delicious. Its firm yet silky consistency makes it ideal to give a special and professional touch to a wide variety of desserts. Thanks to its versatility, it's perfect for decorating tartlets, covering multi-layered cakes, or serving as a filling in various sweet creations. Its unique texture allows it to maintain its shape, making it an excellent option for precise decorations and consistent fillings. In desserts served in cups, it combines wonderfully with layers of cookies, sponge cake, or caramelized fruits, creating irresistible contrasts of textures and flavors. Additionally, it stands out as a key ingredient in artisanal ice creams, adding creaminess and firmness that elevate any recipe. Its balance of sweetness, firmness, and smoothness makes it an essential staple for both homemade and professional pastry. I'd be thrilled if you'd let me know which country you're watching from while I begin preparing this marvelous recipe. I start by preparing and measuring the 3 ingredients that I will use in this stage. I use 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of whole milk, although it can be substituted with lactose-free, skimmed, coconut, or almond milk, depending on preferences. I weigh 55 g, 2 ounces, of cornstarch, which equals 2 heaping tablespoons. In a heavy-bottomed saucepan, I weigh 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of white sugar. Next, I mix the 55 g, 2 ounces, of cornstarch with a small amount of the 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of milk. I stir well until it is fully integrated and set this mixture aside for later use. I bring the saucepan to medium heat and begin to melt the sugar, stirring constantly to prevent it from burning. The sugar will gradually melt, taking on a characteristic golden color and forming caramel. Once melted, I lower the heat and add the milk little by little, stirring well to integrate both ingredients. I let it simmer over low or medium heat, allowing the caramel to dissolve completely and the mixture to become homogeneous. This step may take a few minutes, but it is key to achieving a perfect preparation. Once the mixture has boiled well and the caramel pieces have fully dissolved, I add the dissolved cornstarch with a bit of milk. I continue stirring until the mixture thickens well. I let it boil for a few more seconds and then turn off the heat. Carefully, I pour the hot caramel into a heat-resistant container. Next, I cover the surface of the mixture with plastic wrap in direct contact to prevent a crust from forming. I let it cool to room temperature. Once it has cooled enough, I store it in the fridge for at least 2 hours or overnight. Here, I want to show you 2 types of cream that you can use for this recipe, one of animal origin and the other of plant origin. Personally, I use Purato's ambient plant-based cream, 250 milliliters, 8.5 fluid ounces, but either option will work perfectly. To start, I whip the cream for about 2 minutes until it reaches a firm texture. Once the caramel cream has completely cooled, thanks to its thick texture, I whip it lightly to soften it and achieve a creamy consistency. This makes it easier to incorporate into the whipped cream. I integrate it in 2 batches, whipping at high speed until achieving a smooth and homogeneous mixture. Additionally, you can mix it with unsalted butter if you're looking for a different variation. Caramel cream is extremely versatile and delicious. Its creamy texture and balanced flavor make it an ideal option for filling chocolates, achieving a perfect consistency that adapts to this type of preparation. It is also excellent as a layer in desserts served in cups, where its smoothness wonderfully complements crushed cookies, sponge cake, or caramelized fruits. With chocolate, combine it with dark chocolate ganache to achieve incredible flavor contrasts. You can also use it as a filling in brownies or sandwich cookies. If you prefer a more liquid and less thick cream, you can reduce the amount of cornstarch used in the recipe. This will allow you to obtain a more fluid caramel, ideal for topping ice cream, pancakes, or even as a sauce to accompany other desserts. This cream is perfect for decorating tartlets, cupcakes, and multi-layered cakes, adding a refined and professional touch. Its versatility allows it to combine with nuts or spices, making it a surprising ingredient for any occasion. Another advantage is that it is economical and easy to prepare. You can store it without any problems for 7 days in the fridge, well covered, or even freeze it to use later without losing its texture or flavor. For decorations, I recommend using large tips like Wilton numbers 353, 1E, and 1M, which are ideal for achieving beautiful and professional finishes. hope you enjoyed this caramel cream recipe, and if it was helpful, you can support me by sharing my videos on your social networks. Thank you very much, and see you soon. French buttercream is a refined technique that requires skill due to the delicate cooking of the sugar. It is an exquisite emulsion of butter and syrup widely used in French pastry to create a variety of irresistible desserts. Its unmistakable flavor and creamy texture enhance the character of each creation, adding a touch of elegance and sophistication to pastry making. Although simpler methods exist to prepare buttercream, this particular one stands out for its ability to deliver the best results and exceptional stability. Additionally, its versatility allows for the preparation of small quantities with equal success. Its smooth and firm texture makes it the perfect choice for covering and filling cakes, thanks to its ease of spreading evenly over each layer. Moreover, its consistency makes it ideal for piping bag decoration, allowing for beautiful designs with precision and detail. In summary, French buttercream is an important ingredient that elevates the art of pastry to new heights of exquisiteness. Procedure and correct steps. In a heavy-bottomed saucepan, place 250 g of granulated white sugar, 1 1/4 cups, and 100 milliliters of water, 6 3/4 tablespoons. It is essential to follow this order, first the sugar and then the water. The amount of water is minimal, just enough to moisten the sugar, therefore, we avoid overfilling. As you can see, I've set a timer so you can control the exact time needed to make this buttercream from start to finish with the indicated quantity. Prepare the ingredients. Place the 8 egg yolks in a bowl. It's crucial that they are at room temperature, so it's important to take the eggs out of the fridge a while before starting to prepare the French buttercream. Begin on low heat and let the syrup reach 120 degrees Celsius (248 degrees Fahrenheit). Around 100 degrees Celsius (212 degrees Fahrenheit), start beating the yolks at medium speed. Although using a thermometer is useful, it's not essential. To check the sugar's cooking, you can dip the whole of a spatula, most have one, into the syrup and blow strongly to form bubbles this way. This means the syrup is ready. It will take about 8 minutes for this quantity. Once the proper temperature is reached, remove the syrup from the heat and let it rest for a minute. Then gradually add the syrup to the yolks without stopping the beating. It's crucial to pour the syrup in a thin, steady stream. Once it's fully incorporated, increase the mixer speed and continue beating until the mixture cools completely. I use a common hand mixer to make the cream, but if you have a stand mixer, the result will be even better. Once the mixture has cooled, start adding the butter, 330 g, 11.6 ounces, of unsalted butter at room temperature, softened to a pomade texture. Do not use margarine. The butter should be soft enough to press with your finger but not melted. Gradually incorporate it in small cubes while continuing to beat until achieving a smooth, shiny, and perfect cream. If you add the butter while the mixture is still slightly warm, there's a risk the cream will turn liquid or curdle, so be cautious with this step. If you won't use it immediately, it's best to store it covered in the fridge. Due to the butter content, it will harden over time. To make it easier to handle, take it out of the fridge a while before use. It's important to note that this cream is not suitable for high temperatures. Avoid leaving it out of the fridge in warm climates. Regarding its shelf life, this cream keeps well in the fridge for about a week and can also be frozen, maintaining its quality for up to 3 months. Once the French buttercream is ready, it's time to flavor it if desired. You can add coffee extract, chocolate, praline, vanilla essence, or other ingredients of your choice. You may also leave it plain. This recipe yields approximately 600 g, 21.2 ounces, of buttercream. If you think you don't need that much, you can have the recipe. When the cream is ready, it has a flexible, shiny, and creamy texture. As you can see, for decoration, I use the Wilton 1M piping tip. If you live in a very hot area, I recommend filling piping bags and placing them in the fridge for a minute or less, depending on the cream's texture. However, keep in mind not to leave them for too long, as the cream will harden and become more difficult to handle for decoration. Here, I'll show you how to tint this cream and its resulting consistency. Once tinted, it does not change its consistency at all, it remains firm and perfect. In this case, I am using a large piping tip, number 1E. Furthermore, I'll demonstrate a cake decorated and frosted with this same cream. With this amount, you can frost and decorate a cake approximately 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches tall, creating large rosettes. If you find my tips helpful and like my way of explaining, I'm delighted because many of you leave very positive comments and tell me that you finally achieve firm, perfect creams without curdling thanks to my tutorials. This fills me with joy, and I thank you for subscribing to my channel, sharing, and commenting. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Caramel cream with white chocolate is a smooth and delicious mix, perfect for adding a special touch to various desserts. Its versatility makes it ideal for decorating tartlets, covering cakes, or filling chocolates and small desserts. Thanks to its creamy texture, it's perfect for layered desserts in cups with cookies, sponge cake, or caramelized fruits. It also works as a sweet drip for churros, cookies, or artisanal ice creams. Its sweetness and creaminess make it an essential basic for both homemade and professional baking. Subscribe to the channel and tell me from which country you're watching while I start with this delicious recipe. I start by preparing and weighing the 4 ingredients. In a heavy-bottomed saucepan, I place 250 g, 1¼ cups, of white sugar. I add 85 g, 6 tablespoons, of butter, which can be salted or unsalted. 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of heavy cream or whipping cream with 35% fat content. And 300 g, 10½ oz, of white chocolate. In my case, I use white compound chocolate. It's important to note that ingredients may vary depending on the recipe or personal preferences. I take the saucepan to medium heat and begin melting the sugar, stirring constantly to avoid burning. The sugar will melt and take on a golden color, forming the caramel. I lower the heat and add the heavy cream, which I've previously warmed slightly. I stir well to integrate both ingredients. I let it boil over low to medium heat until the caramel has completely melted and the mixture is smooth. This step may take a few minutes. Next, I add half a teaspoon of salt and the 85 g, 6 tablespoons, of butter to the mixture. I let it boil for 1 more minute, stirring constantly until the butter melts and fully incorporates. I turn off the heat and carefully pour the boiling caramel over the white chocolate. It's important to exercise caution at this step and use a heat-resistant bowl since the caramel will be very hot. Another option is to add the chocolate directly to the saucepan, stirring constantly to melt it evenly. For the next step, I use an immersion blender to blend the caramel and white chocolate well, ensuring the mixture becomes completely smooth. Then, I cover the mixture with plastic wrap, placing it in direct contact with the surface to prevent a skin from forming, and let it cool to room temperature. Once it has cooled slightly, I store it in the refrigerator for 2 hours or overnight. As it is, in its more liquid form, it's perfect for filling chocolates, drips, accompanying churros, as a drizzle for ice creams, or as a layer in cup desserts. Caramel cream with white chocolate is extremely versatile and delicious. Now I'll beat it for 2 minutes with a regular electric mixer, and you'll see how the texture changes instantly, transforming into an extra firm cream. Depending on the finish, this cream can be used in countless desserts, both for homemade and professional baking. It's perfect for decorating tartlets and multi-tiered cakes, adding a refined touch. It's also used for crepes, waffles, artisanal ice creams, and sweet drips to accompany desserts. Its ability to pair with nuts, sea salt, or spices makes it a surprising ingredient. Additionally, it's economical and easy to prepare, which makes it even more appealing. This cream can be stored without any issues for 7 days in the refrigerator in an airtight container. You can even freeze it for later use. For decorations, I use the large Wilton tips 1E and 1M, which are perfect for achieving beautiful and professional finishes. I hope you liked this cream recipe. If you found it helpful, you can support me by sharing my videos on your social media accounts. If you enjoyed this cream, don't go just yet. Another similar option you might love is a delicious cream made with Lotus Biscoff. This frosting is not only delicious but also visually stunning. Its perfect consistency allows precise applications on cakes and cupcakes, transforming them into elegant and tempting creations. Get ready to elevate your desserts to a higher level with Lotus and margarine frosting. Discover how a simple frosting can become the star of your culinary creations, captivating both your senses and your palate. Elevate your pastry creations to a whole new level with this irresistible margarine and Lotus cream. This delicious combination fuses the creaminess of margarine with the characteristic caramel and spice flavor of Lotus Biscoff cookies, creating a taste experience that will leave you speechless. Give your sweets a touch of magic with this margarine and Lotus Biscoff cream. Let's start by preparing the brown margarine. Cut 250 grams, 1 cup, of margarine into cubes and place them in a saucepan over medium heat. Cook the margarine, stirring regularly, until it starts to foam, turns golden brown, and emits an irresistible nutty aroma. This process usually takes a few minutes, so it's important to watch closely to avoid browning the margarine too quickly or burning it. This Lotus Biscoff margarine frosting is an absolute game changer for any dessert. The secret lies in browning the margarine first. As it browns, the margarine takes on a rich, golden color and develops a nutty, toasted aroma that completely transforms the flavor of the frosting. It adds a surprising depth and complexity that you wouldn't expect, making every bite more delicious. Then, immediately transfer the mixture to a heat-resistant container, making sure to scrape all those delicious brown bits from the bottom of the pan. Cool the margarine until it solidifies, then let it return to room temperature. It's crucial that the margarine is at room temperature before starting to prepare the frosting. Once the browned margarine is ready, beat it for a minute to cream it a bit. And add the Biscoff cream, about 2 heaping tablespoons. Combine the browned margarine with the Biscoff cream using either a stand mixer or a hand mixer. What's even better is how versatile this frosting is. You can easily customize it to fit your taste. You could add a splash of vanilla extract for a classic twist, a bit of almond extract for a nutty hint, or even a touch of coffee extract to give it a more intense, rich flavor. Beat until you obtain a smooth and uniform mixture. Plus, this recipe is perfect for those looking for a vegan option since both the margarine and Lotus Biscoff spread are plant-based. It's a fantastic dairy-free alternative that doesn't sacrifice any flavor or texture. Now add the powdered sugar, approximately 3 tablespoons, 45 grams/0.4 ounces, and add 1 or 2 tablespoons of almond milk. If you prefer, you can adjust the amount of powdered sugar or substitute the milk with lemon juice. Start mixing with the mixer turned off to prevent the powdered sugar from spreading, then beat at medium speed until achieving a fluffy, very firm, and perfectly mixed consistency. Lotus Bakeries was founded in 1932 in the small town of Lembeek, Belgium, by the Boon brothers. From the beginning, the company focused on making speculoos, a traditional Belgian spiced cookie, which we now know as Biscoff. The name Biscoff is a blend of the words biscuit and coffee, reflecting the original purpose of these cookies as the perfect coffee companion. Although the cookies were popular in Belgium and the Netherlands, their international fame took off in the 1980s when they were served as a snack on flights of US airlines. Passengers fell in love with the unique flavor, helping to establish the brand worldwide. The recipe for Lotus Biscoff has remained unchanged since its creation. The secret blend of spices gives it a distinctive caramelized taste, setting it apart from other cookies. In Europe, Lotus Biscoff is a classic companion to coffee. In many cafes, the cookie is served on the side of a cup of espresso, making it a beloved part of the coffee drinking experience. In the 2000s, the introduction of Lotus Biscoff spread, a creamy version of the cookies, brought a new wave of popularity. This spread became a hit for its versatile use in desserts, baked goods, and as a simple spread on toast. Lotus Biscoff's journey from a small-town Belgian treat to a worldwide sensation is a testament to its unique flavor and versatility in both snacks and baking. Next, you can proceed to apply the frosting on a cake or cupcakes immediately. If you don't plan to use it right away, store this delicious Lotus Biscoff frosting in an airtight container. You can refrigerate it for up to 1 month or freeze it for up to 3 months. Before using it, let it reach room temperature. If you notice it has lost some smoothness, simply add a bit of almond milk and mix to restore its perfect consistency. This fabulous margarine cream recipe is perfect for decorating 12 cupcakes, for filling, or for frosting a 2-layer, 8-inch, 20 centimeters, round cake with enough frosting to cover not only the top but also the sides and the delicious center of the cake. Get ready to create true pastry masterpieces with this delicious margarine cream. And if you're into decorating, this frosting is ideal for drip cakes. Its firm yet smooth texture allows it to cover the edges of your cakes beautifully and evenly, giving your desserts that elegant and professional look. Whether you're using it on cupcakes, layer cakes, or as a filling, this frosting is guaranteed to impress. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more delicious ideas. Also, make sure to click the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let me know how your frosting turned out. See you next time, and happy baking! This recipe is perfect because it contains no refined sugar, making it an excellent option for those who want to maintain a healthy diet without giving up great flavor. The ripe mango cream is very easy to prepare, and the result is a smooth, extra firm cream that's perfect for piping with a pastry bag. We'll use naturally sweet, ripe mangoes to give our desserts a delicious tropical flavor. This versatile cream can be used in many ways, to fill and decorate cakes, as a special topping for individual desserts, or even to add an elegant touch to cupcakes. Its creamy texture and balanced sweetness make it an irresistible addition to any treat. Get ready to create stylish, healthy, and delicious desserts. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more amazing recipes, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. First step, start by peeling and cutting 3 ripe mangoes into cubes, then set them aside. Ripe mangoes are better for this recipe because they are naturally sweeter, reducing or eliminating the need for additional sweeteners. Their soft texture blends smoothly into a creamy consistency, making the preparation easier and resulting in a velvety final product. Additionally, ripe mangoes have a more intense tropical flavor, enhancing the overall taste of the cream and providing a rich, natural sweetness that complements desserts perfectly. Place a pot or pan on the stove and add 50 g, 1.8 ounces, of butter. Let the butter melt slightly over low heat. I recommend using unsalted butter, but if you don't have any, salted butter will also work. Add the diced mangoes to the pot, stir occasionally, and let them cook for about 2 minutes. Once softened, add the juice of half a lemon, 30 ml/ 1 ounce, stir again, and let the mixture simmer for 1 more minute. I'm using 500 g, 17.6 ounces, of mangoes, which is roughly equivalent to 3 large, peeled, and diced mangoes. Feel free to adjust the quantity based on your needs or preferences. After cooking, remove the pot from the heat and blend the mixture until it forms a smooth and creamy mango puree. In the warm mango puree, add a small amount of milk and stir well. Then, add 50 g, 1.8 ounces, of cornstarch and 3 egg yolks. These ingredients will help thicken the cream and give it a smooth, creamy texture. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence for an extra layer of flavor. The cornstarch works as a thickening agent, while the egg yolks enhance the creaminess and richness of the mixture. If you prefer, you can substitute the cornstarch with 100 g, 3.5 ounces, of flour. Gradually pour in the rest of the milk until you've added a total of 300 milliliters, 10 ounces. The milk can be warm or cold, depending on what you have available. Return the pot to the stove and cook the mixture over medium heat, stirring constantly until the cream thickens and becomes rich and smooth. Mangoes are an excellent source of vitamins and nutrients, particularly vitamin C, which helps boost the immune system, improve skin health, and protect against free radical damage thanks to its antioxidant properties. While some nutrients may diminish slightly during the cooking process, the overall nutritional benefits of ripe mangoes remain largely intact. Once the cream has thickened, transfer it to a bowl or container made of glass or steel. Cover the surface of the cream directly with plastic wrap to prevent a skin from forming, and let it cool to room temperature. Once it's cooled, place it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours to chill and set completely. Before using the mango cream, whip it in a bowl to restore its creamy texture. Then, incorporate it into whipped cream for an even lighter and fluffier result. To do this, pour 250 milliliters, 8.5 ounces, of very cold whipping cream, heavy cream, or double cream into a mixing bowl. Whip the cream for about 3 minutes or until it forms firm peaks. Gradually fold in the chilled mango cream and continue whipping until the mixture becomes thick, smooth, and stable. This cream is perfect for decorating with a piping bag. It holds its shape beautifully, has a vibrant color, and a silky finish that will make any dessert look professional. You can prepare the cream a day in advance, and it will keep well in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. This recipe makes enough cream to fill and cover a cake that is 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, tall. I encourage you to try this simple, budget-friendly recipe. It's easy to make, full of tropical flavor, and perfect for any occasion. Here, you can clearly see how beautifully smooth and firm this cream is when used with different piping tips. Its texture allows for precise and intricate designs, making it perfect for decorating cakes, cupcakes, and other desserts. The cream holds its shape exceptionally well, allowing you to create elegant swirls, flowers, and detailed patterns effortlessly. Its consistency not only makes it visually appealing but also ensures that your decorations stay in place, giving your desserts a professional and polished look. And now, let's move on to the second recipe. In the world of pastry, blackcurrant ganache stands out for its perfect harmony, delighting even the most demanding palates. This dessert is a delicious sophistication that can be prepared with just 3 ingredients, without added sugar and without butter. In just 2 simple steps, it becomes a quick and easy option for any occasion. Its smooth and creamy texture makes it ideal for a variety of delights, from individual desserts in cups with cookies and fresh fruit to decorations for ice cream, cakes, cupcakes, or filling cookies and macarons. In addition to its versatility and freshness, its intense and fruity flavor adds a gourmet touch to any creation. This has made it an undisputed favorite among sweet enthusiasts, elevating even the simplest recipes to a superior level of sophistication. I would be very happy if you could write me from which country you are watching while I start the recipe. The first step is to prepare the blackcurrant jam. Here I have 250 grams /8.8 oz of frozen blackcurrants, harvested from my garden last year. Add half a glass of water, 100 milliliters /3.4 fluid ounces, to the currants and let them boil for 2 minutes. If you don't have currants, you can use blueberries or raspberries as an alternative. In a small saucepan, heat 300 milliliters /10.1 fluid ounces of fresh cream, 38% fat, or heavy cream, over medium heat until it begins to boil. It is important to pay attention to avoid burning the cream. Remove it from the heat just before it boils completely. Meanwhile, prepare and weigh 350 grams /12.3 oz of white chocolate. I use substitute or pastry chocolate, but you can use any higher quality chocolate according to your preference. If you prefer, you can opt for sugar-free white chocolate. In a food processor, first place the white chocolate, then the very hot blackcurrant jam, and finally the very hot cream. Let it rest for a few seconds, cover, and blend for 1 minute. You can also perform this step by blending the mixture with an immersion blender. Transfer the mixture of the 3 ingredients to another bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. Let the mixture come to room temperature and then store it in the fridge until needed. The blackcurrant ganache can be perfectly prepared a day in advance. Shine in texture. When cooled, ganache acquires a smooth and shiny texture. This shine is due to the fat content in the cream and the cocoa in the chocolate. Adjustable texture. The texture of ganache can be easily modified. If you want a firmer ganache, you can increase the ratio of chocolate. If you prefer a softer, creamier one, add more cream. Once chilled, beat the ganache until you achieve the desired texture. This ganache is perfect for filling macarons or cookies as is, without beating. If you want an even firmer texture, you can add more white chocolate. Now beat the ganache to achieve a creamy and smooth texture with which you can decorate your cupcakes, fill sponge cakes, buns, or use this delicious ganache to create a perfect and delicious dessert as I show you below. For decorating, I use piping tips from number 1, tip number 36, and the 1M tip from Wilton. Ganache was invented in France in the 19th century, although there are several stories about its origin. One popular legend says it was created by accident when an apprentice pastry chef accidentally spilled hot cream over chocolate. The angry master chef called him a ganache, which in French means fool or clumsy. However, after tasting the mixture, they realized it was delicious, and this famous cream was born. It is believed that ganache was popularized in the 1850s by Paul Siraudin, a famous pastry chef in Paris. Since then, it has become an essential element in French pastry and worldwide. In many chocolate shops, ganache is the secret behind the smooth and delicious fillings of bonbons. Depending on the ratio of chocolate to cream, the firmness can be adjusted to achieve different types of fillings. To use the ganache and make the dessert as I show you, follow these steps. Dip some ladyfinger cookies in blackcurrant juice, fill them with ganache using the Wilton 1M tip, and close with another cookie forming a sandwich. Place the sandwich sideways in an elongated cupcake liner. In haute cuisine and renowned pastry shops, ganache is used to make mirror glazes that cover cakes with a perfectly smooth and shiny finish. It is a technique that requires precision, but the result is impressive. Then close and decorate with another layer of ganache, forming a nice decoration. You will get an exquisite dessert in an instant. For an even simpler yet equally delicious option, you can just add a single layer of this creamy ganache and top it with even more fresh berries for a beautiful, fruity finish. Please let me know in the comments if you're planning to try this recipe and what kind of dessert you're going to make with it. I can't wait to see your creative ideas and hear how you've used this ganache to elevate your treats. Decorate the dessert with red currants and fresh mint. On my channel, you can also find a delicious extra firm lemon ganache, perfect with 3 ingredients and no added refined sugar. I also have an exquisite and super firm coffee ganache for use in your desserts. I invite you to explore my channel, where you'll find a variety of delicious ganache recipes, frostings, and buttercreams that are perfect for any occasion. From fruity, light toppings to rich and indulgent fillings, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned baker, my videos will guide you step by step with easy-to-follow instructions and tips to help you achieve the perfect texture and flavor every time. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on new recipe ideas and creative inspiration for your baking projects. Join our community of dessert enthusiasts, and let's make every cake, cupcake, and cookie extra special with unique, homemade frostings. This 100% orange cream is truly rich and refreshing, with all the aroma and flavor of fresh oranges. Once you try it, you'll adopt it as your go-to recipe forever. A good cream is always a tremendous help when making sweet creations at home. This versatile cream can be used to fill sponge cakes, pastries, layer cakes, cupcakes, profiteroles, or even small glasses to improvise delicious desserts in just a few minutes. First step, cut 4 or 5 large oranges and squeeze the juice. You'll need 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of orange juice. You can substitute oranges with mandarins, it will be just as delicious in both cases. Prepare a saucepan or a skillet and add 3 medium eggs. Then, add 100 grams, half a cup, of white granulated sugar. You can also reduce the sugar amount or substitute it with brown sugar or a sweetener, depending on your preference. Add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and stir to combine. Separately, in a small bowl, mix 50 grams, a 1/4 cup, of cornstarch with a small amount of orange juice until dissolved. Mix well and set aside for now. If you want to substitute cornstarch with all-purpose flour, you'll need 100 grams, half a cup. Now, add all the orange juice to the saucepan with the eggs and mix well. Place the saucepan over medium heat, and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir continuously, letting the cream simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Lower the heat and gradually add the cornstarch and orange juice mixture while stirring constantly. Let it cook for 1 to 2 minutes until it thickens nicely, and it's ready. Pour the cream into a bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, making sure the plastic touches the surface of the cream, and let it cool completely. Once the cream has cooled, continue with the recipe. Add 250 grams, 1 cup, of very cold heavy cream, whipping cream, and beat it for about 1 minute until soft peaks form. Next, add 250 grams, 8 ounces, of mascarpone cheese. You can substitute this with cream cheese, such as Philadelphia. Beat everything together for about 2 minutes. Now, take the cooled and firm orange cream and beat it in a separate bowl to make it smoother. Then, add it to the mascarpone mixture. Beat everything together for 1 to 2 minutes until fully combined, and it's ready to use. This cream can be prepared a day in advance and stored in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. This cream is perfect for filling sponge cakes, pastries, layer cakes, cupcakes, profiteroles, or even creating individual desserts in glasses with multiple layers and complementary flavors. It's also great for making a delicious layered ice cream dessert with cookies. However, this cream is not suitable for filling or covering fondant cakes, nor is it appropriate for multi-tiered cakes. This quantity will be enough to fill and cover a cake measuring 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, in height. As you can see, the cream holds its shape beautifully when piped with a piping bag, making it ideal for intricate decorations. I hope you love this cream as much as I do. It's rich, budget-friendly, and incredibly easy to make. Extra firm lemon cream is the ideal alternative to take your baking creations to the next level. This delicious cream has been carefully formulated to achieve a firm consistency, making it perfect for filling, covering, and decorating cakes with great precision and a very professional finish. Thanks to its refreshing and citrusy flavor, this cream adds a vibrant and delicious note to any dessert. Its firmness makes it especially suitable for decorating and filling small desserts like cupcakes or small cakes, allowing you to create decorative details with precision. The intense lemon flavor offers an ideal balance between sweet and tangy, making this cream a versatile and delicious filling perfect for both traditional recipes and more innovative creations. With extra firm lemon cream, you'll amaze your guests with a fresh and captivating flavor while adding an elegant and sophisticated touch to your preparations. Don't hesitate to try it and see how this cream transforms your desserts. I invite you to stay with me to learn how to make this delicious lemon cream. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment telling me where in the world you're watching from, and share this recipe with your friends on social media. This way, you'll be helping my channel continue to grow. Thank you very much for your support. Slice 4 or 5 lemons and squeeze them. You'll need a total of 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of lemon juice. You can also substitute lemons with mandarins or oranges, it'll be delicious in both cases. Prepare a saucepan and add 4 whole medium eggs. Whisk them lightly. Add half a cup, 100 g, of sugar and 60 g, half a cup, of cornstarch. Mix everything very well. You can adjust the sugar quantity to your taste or substitute it with brown sugar or sweetener. Cornstarch acts as a thickener, while the eggs provide creaminess and smoothness to the preparation. If you prefer, you can substitute cornstarch with 120 g, 1 cup, of all-purpose flour. The eggs are optional, so you can omit them if you want an egg-free cream. Next, add all the lemon juice to the saucepan with the eggs and mix very well. Heat the saucepan and optionally add a teaspoon of vanilla extract or lemon essence. Stir constantly while cooking the mixture until it boils and thickens, which will take about 3 minutes. At this point, you'll have a delicious lemon pastry cream. Transfer the cream to a heat-resistant bowl. Cover it with plastic wrap in direct contact with the surface, and let it cool completely. First, let it come to room temperature, and then store it in the fridge. Incorporate the citrus cream once it's cold and firm, but first, beat it in a separate bowl to make it creamier. Once the cream is beaten and smoother, continue with the recipe. Add 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of very cold heavy cream and beat it for 2 minutes or until soft peaks form. I use vegetable cream ambient puratos, but the name may vary depending on the region. It's also called heavy cream, whipping cream, or chantilly cream. Even though I use vegetable cream, you can use animal-based heavy cream without any issues. When the cream is firm, start adding the citrus cream and beat until you get a firm, smooth, and thick cream. Beat everything together for 1 more minute to integrate well, and you're done. This is how the extra firm lemon cream turns out, with its shiny, silky, and perfect texture. I use Wilton's 1M piping tip, 2 identical tips, the 1E tip, and the large number 353 tip. Here, I want to show you how I color it with 2 different brands of gel coloring. The best part is that the cream doesn't lose its firmness or original texture. Having this lemon cream allows you to personalize your baking decorations, adapting them to any occasion or theme. Have fun experimenting with different colors and creating unique designs. I hope you're encouraged to make this cream. It's delicious, affordable, and very easy to prepare. This cream can be prepared a day in advance. It keeps perfectly in the fridge for up to 5 days. It's ideal for filling pastries, cakes, tarts, cupcakes, profiteroles, or layered desserts in individual glasses with different flavors. It's even great for making delicious lemon ice cream. It's not suitable for covering cakes with fondant. However, if you replace the heavy cream with unsalted butter at room temperature and cream it well, you'll get a perfect frosting for covering cakes with fondant. This recipe yields enough cream to fill and cover a 20 cm, 8-inch, diameter and 10 cm, 4-inch, tall cake. The cream works very well with a piping bag. In this video, I'll teach you how to make an extra firm strawberry cream that is not only delicious but also quick and easy to prepare. You can make it in just 5 minutes, and the best part is that it doesn't require butter or refined sugar. A good cream is the secret to many incredible desserts. This strawberry cream is versatile and perfect for filling sponge cakes, pastries, or even creating ice cream. You can also use it to fill individual cups, decorate cakes, cupcakes, and even create elegant and precise dessert decorations. Strawberry cream is more than just tasty. It's packed with health benefits. Strawberries are rich in vitamin C, which supports your immune system and helps your body fight illnesses. Adding this cream to your desserts not only enhances the flavor but also adds a healthy touch that you and your family can enjoy. If you love learning new recipes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing ideas. First step, start by washing and cutting about 600 g, 1.3 pounds, of fresh strawberries into small pieces. Make sure they are clean and fresh for the best results. Prepare a saucepan or a skillet, and once you've chopped the strawberries, place them in the saucepan. Add the juice of half a lemon, about 50 milliliters, 3.4 tablespoons, and let it simmer over medium-low heat. Stir the strawberries occasionally to ensure they cook evenly. For added sweetness, you can include 2 tablespoons of honey, but this step is optional. Allow the mixture to simmer for 2 minutes. While boiling strawberries may slightly reduce their vitamin and antioxidant content, they will still retain many of their health benefits. In fact, cooking them can make some nutrients easier for your body to absorb. Cooking strawberries also intensifies their flavor, making them sweeter and richer, which is why they are perfect for creating jams, pie fillings, sauces, and more. Whether raw or cooked, strawberries are incredibly versatile and can enhance many recipes, so don't hesitate to experiment with them. Blend the strawberries until you achieve a smooth, liquid-like paste. Remove the saucepan from the heat and add a small amount of milk to the hot strawberry puree. Mix well to combine, then add 50 g, 1.8 ounces, of cornstarch. If you prefer to use wheat flour instead, increase the amount to 100 g, 3.5 ounces. Mix the ingredients again and pour in the remaining milk along with a teaspoon of vanilla essence. You'll need a total of 300 milliliters, 10.1 fluid ounces, of milk, which can be either hot or cold. Return the saucepan to the stove and continue stirring constantly until the cream thickens to the desired consistency. Transfer the strawberry cream to a clean container, cover it with plastic wrap to prevent a skin from forming, and let it cool for at least 2 hours. Allow it to come to room temperature first before placing it in the fridge to chill completely. Once the cream has cooled and firmed up, beat it in a separate bowl to restore its smooth and creamy texture. Whip 250 milliliters, 8.5 fluid ounces, of very cold heavy cream for about 3 minutes or until soft peaks form. This cream is perfect for preparing ahead of time. You can make it a day in advance, and it will keep well in the fridge for up to 5 days. This recipe yields enough to fill a sheet cake or an 18 centimeters, 7-inch, diameter cake with 2 generous layers of filling. If you plan to use this cream for decorating, I recommend doubling the batch or adding another 250 milliliters, 8.5 fluid ounces, of heavy cream. The texture is perfect for piping and holds its shape beautifully in a piping bag, making it ideal for creating elegant decorations. Gradually fold it into the whipped cream while mixing until you achieve a firm, smooth, and thick consistency. hope you try this recipe. It's a simple, affordable, and absolutely delicious addition to your desserts. Whether you're filling a cake, decorating cupcakes, or preparing an elegant dessert, this strawberry cream is sure to impress. Give it a try at home, and don't forget to leave your comments and suggestions in the video section. In this video, I will show you how to make a delicious extra firm kiwi cream in just 5 minutes without using eggs or butter. This cream has an extra firm texture, making it ideal for filling cakes and tarts, as well as decorating desserts with precision and elegance. Kiwi is a fruit rich in vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that helps strengthen the immune system and protect the body against diseases. The cream is super easy to prepare, and you can have it ready in just a few minutes. Step 1. Peel and cut 4 kiwis into small pieces and set them aside for now. The amount of kiwi I use is 500 grams, 17.6 ounces. If you're feeling adventurous, you can try making this cream with other fruits like mango, passion fruit, or strawberries. The method is the same, and it opens up endless flavor possibilities. Prepare a saucepan or skillet and place it on the stove. Add the chopped kiwis and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 25g. Stir occasionally and let it boil for 2 minutes. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 50 milliliters, 3.4 tablespoons, while it continues to boil over medium heat. Mash the kiwis this way until you get a liquid like kiwi puree. Add a little milk. Mix a bit to integrate the milk and add 50 grams, 1.8 ounces, of cornstarch. If you want to substitute cornstarch with wheat flour, the amount would be 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, of flour. Mix again, then add the rest of the milk and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. The total amount of milk I use is 300 milliliters, 1¼ cups. This can be either hot or cold. Return the saucepan to the heat, and without stopping stirring, bring the cream to a boil until it thickens well. One interesting thing about kiwis is that they contain an enzyme called actinidin, which makes them excellent for tenderizing meats. While we're not using them for that here, it's a fun fact that highlights how versatile this fruit is in both savory and sweet recipes. This cream can also be a hit for kids' desserts. You can layer it with crushed biscuits or granola in small jars to make fun, individual-sized treats that are as delicious as they are colorful. Now transfer the kiwi cream to a container, preferably made of steel or glass. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator. Next step, add 250 milliliters, 1 cup, of very cold heavy cream or whipping cream, and beat for 3 minutes or until soft peaks form. The next step is to add the cooled and thickened kiwi cream. But first, whip it separately in a bowl to give it a bit of creaminess before adding it to the whipped cream. Add it gradually while whipping until you get a firm, fine, and thick cream. You can make this cream a day in advance. It keeps very well in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. This amount will be enough to fill a sponge cake or an 18 centimeters, 7-inch diameter tart with 2 generous layers of filling. If you want to use this cream for decorating as well, I recommend making a double batch or adding an additional 250 milliliters, 1 cup, of heavy cream. And here's a little tip: if you make extra cream, you can freeze it in small portions. When you need it, just let it thaw in the fridge and whip it lightly before using. It'll be good as new. Oh, and this cream isn't just for cakes. It's great for filling eclairs, layering in parfaits, or even as a dip for fresh fruit. Imagine dipping strawberries or cookies into it. Delicious. What makes it so special is that it's a dessert that not only tastes great but also provides plenty of health benefits. It's a treat you can feel good about enjoying. Did you know that kiwi seeds are not just edible but also packed with nutrients? Those tiny black seeds in the cream add a subtle crunch and are full of omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for heart health. Plus, the natural acidity of kiwi not only enhances the flavor but also helps the cream stay fresh longer in the fridge, making it perfect for preparing in advance. As you can see, the cream holds its shape perfectly when piped. It's firm and flawless. I hope you make this cream. It's delicious, economical, and super easy to prepare. Did you know that kiwis have twice the vitamin C of an orange? They also help boost your defenses. Their high vitamin C, folic acid, and mineral content make this fruit a great ally for our immune system. These nutrients stimulate the production of antibodies that act as a barrier against viral diseases. This kiwi cream with brown sugar is a delicious and healthy alternative to conventional creams, as it contains no eggs or butter. I hope you enjoy this recipe and try it at home. Don't hesitate to leave me your comments and suggestions in the comments section of the video. And if you have any leftover kiwi cream, you can use it as a topping for pancakes, waffles, or even a simple bowl of yogurt. It elevates everything with its unique flavor. Finally, the natural vitamin C in the kiwi not only boosts your immune system but also acts as a natural preservative, which is one of the reasons this cream holds up so well for several days in the fridge. It's like a dessert and a little health booster all in one. In today's video, I want to introduce you to a much healthier option than other creams that contain large amounts of refined sugar. This is the pear cream without added sugar and without eggs. It is a delicious and versatile option with an exquisite pear flavor. The riper the pears, the sweeter this cream will be, which you can use for multiple culinary preparations. For example, you can use it as a filling for cakes and pies, individual desserts, decorating cupcakes, or even for making homemade ice cream. Additionally, pear cream is an interesting alternative for people looking to reduce their sugar intake. This cream is characterized by its flavor and firm texture and is made from healthier ingredients than other creams. First step: clean and cut 4 ripe pears and set them aside for now. Prepare a saucepan or a skillet and place it on the stove. Add 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, of butter and melt it slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have it, you can use salted butter. Add the chopped pears, stir occasionally, and let them boil for 2 minutes. The amount of pears I use is 600 grams, 21.16 ounces, which means the 4 peeled and chopped pears weighed 600 grams. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 40 milliliters, 1.35 fluid ounces, and while it continues to boil over medium heat, mash the pears like this until you get a kind of pear puree without added sugar. Remove the saucepan from the heat, and to the hot pear puree, add a little milk. Mix a little to integrate the milk and add 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, of cornstarch and a teaspoon of vanilla essence. If you want to substitute cornstarch with wheat flour, the amount would be 100 grams, 3.52 ounces. Mix again and add the other part of the milk. The total amount of milk I use is 300 milliliters, 10.14 fluid ounces, which can be hot or cold. Put the saucepan back on the heat, and without stopping stirring, boil the cream until it thickens well. Now transfer the pear cream to a container, preferably steel or glass. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, and then store it in the fridge. The next step would be to add the already cooled and set pear cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to give it some creaminess, then add it to the whipped cream. Next step, add 500 milliliters, 16.91 fluid ounces, of very cold cream and beat for 3 minutes. When the cream is firm, gradually add the pear cream and beat until you get a firm, smooth, and thick cream. You can make this cream a day in advance. It keeps for 5 days in the fridge. This quantity will be enough to fill and cover a cake of 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, high. As you can see, the cream holds very well with a piping bag, firm and perfect. I hope you make this cream. It's delicious, economical, and very easy to make. Note, this cream is not suitable for covering fondant cakes or for filling multi-tiered fondant cakes. Did you know, pears are rich in nutrients? Pears are an excellent source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals such as potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin K. In summary, pears are a very healthy and nutritious fruit that can provide a great range of health benefits. Pears are easy to digest and are one of the foods that cause the least allergies. So don't hesitate to include this delicious fruit in your daily diet and make this firm and perfect cream for your desserts. Lastly, let me show you how. By mixing this pear cream with chocolate chunks, you can get a fantastic homemade ice cream. Mix the chocolate well with the cream, transfer it to a piping bag, or you can even add the cream into cups using a spoon. I use these reusable minion cups to prepare 3 ice creams, but the best way would be with thin plastic cups, or you can make ice cream sandwiches or popsicles. With any of the 3 options, you will get a perfect homemade ice cream. This is a delicious cream that you can use to fill a cake, sheet cake, decorate cupcakes, individual desserts, or little cakes. And it's a perfect base for making homemade ice creams. In this video, I invite you to discover the art of pastry making with this irresistible recipe for Swiss Meringue Pistachio Buttercream. Learn how to create a smooth and exquisite cream that will bring your desserts to life. With a unique flavor perfect for filling cakes and decorating cupcakes. This cream will be your ally in conquering the world of pastry making. Learn how to make it ahead of time and how to store it properly for your upcoming pastry projects. Don't miss this delicious recipe that will transform your desserts into masterpieces of flavor and elegance. Subscribe to my channel to discover more exquisite recipes and learn pastry tricks and tips with me to help you perfect your culinary skills. Grind the pistachios in a food processor until you get a fine and uniform powder. Weigh 200 g, 7 ounces of sugar. (100 g, 3.5 ounces of egg whites, about the whites of 3 eggs. Use a heat-proof bowl. I use the same bowl from the mixer. Stir a little with a whisk. Place the bowl over a bain-marie on medium heat, making sure the water does not touch the bottom of the bowl. Constantly stir the egg white and sugar mixture with a hand whisk until the sugar dissolves completely and the mixture reaches a temperature of approximately 70 degrees Celsius (158 degrees Fahrenheit). Beat the mixture at high speed using a stand or hand mixer until soft, shiny peaks form, and the bowl has cooled completely. This may take around 5 minutes due to the small quantity. Once the Swiss meringue is ready, switch the mixer attachment to the paddle and begin adding the butter in small pieces, ensuring it's at room temperature. This is the texture you should have. Use 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of unsalted butter. Margarine cannot be used. Beat at low speed until all the butter is fully incorporated, and the mixture is soft and fluffy. If you're using a hand mixer, continue with the whisk attachment until you get a firm, smooth, and perfect Swiss cream. This Swiss meringue buttercream with pistachios and butter is incredibly versatile and convenient to prepare ahead of time. Stored in the refrigerator, covered with plastic wrap, it can keep perfectly for up to 7 days, giving you the freedom to plan your pastry projects in advance. Additionally, its ability to freeze makes it an even more convenient option for future uses. Add the ground pistachios to the Swiss meringue buttercream and mix until evenly distributed. You can also add your favorite flavoring, such as vanilla or pistachio essence, to give an extra touch of flavor. Your pistachio Swiss meringue buttercream is ready to use as a filling for cakes or to decorate cupcakes. Enjoy this delicious and versatile creation in your favorite desserts. This cream is a true treasure for cake decoration. Its firmness and softness make it ideal for covering cakes with fondant, providing a stable and delicious base for your creations. Its perfect consistency also allows for sharp and precise piping with a pastry bag, making it the perfect choice for any type of decoration, from delicate details to high and extravagant swirls on cupcakes. In summary, this pistachio Swiss meringue buttercream is an invaluable ally for any creative baker. Its ability to be prepared ahead of time, its durability in the refrigerator, and its versatility in decoration make it an essential option in any kitchen. Enjoy your creations with this delicious and versatile cream. In this video, I'll teach you how to prepare a delicious ripe banana pastry cream. Without added refined sugar, without cow's milk, and gluten-free. We will use almond milk and cornstarch to achieve a smooth and creamy texture. Perfect for your favorite desserts. Don't miss this delicious tutorial and learn how to prepare this ripe banana pastry cream without complications. You can use it as a filling for cakes, tarts, or any other dessert of your choice. The first step is to peel and cut 5 ripe bananas, reserving them for use in this recipe. Pastry cream, or crème pâtissière, is a cornerstone of French pâtisserie and was first documented in France in the 17th century. It is believed to have originated in royal kitchens, becoming a staple in classic desserts like eclairs, profiteroles, and tarts. Its smooth and versatile texture makes it an essential ingredient in professional baking. Chefs love pastry cream for its adaptability. It can be flavored with vanilla, chocolate, coffee, or fruit, making it suitable for countless desserts. It's also highly reliable due to its ability to hold its shape when cooled, making it perfect for piping into pastries or layering in cakes. Next, separate 8 medium eggs and keep the yolks, which will be the main ingredient in our pastry cream. If you're looking for recipes that use egg whites, you'll find a variety of options on my channel, such as Swiss, Italian, or French meringue. You can also learn how to prepare crispy and dry meringue kisses, pavlova, or macarons to make the most of all the ingredients. In another container, place 300 milliliters of almond milk, 1¼ cups. This option is not only gluten-free but also gives our pastry cream a delicate and pleasant flavor. Prepare a saucepan and place it on the stove. Add 1 teaspoon of butter, 5 grams / about 1/5 ounce, and let it melt slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have it, you can use salted butter. Add the sliced bananas. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 40 milliliters, 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons, and while it continues boiling over medium heat, stir constantly. Let it boil for 1 to 2 minutes. The amount of bananas I use is 600 grams. Remove the saucepan from the heat, add a little almond milk, and blend the mixture until you get a smooth banana puree. Add 50 grams of cornstarch, 1/4 cup plus 1 teaspoon, and add the remaining almond milk. In total, it's 300 milliliters, 1¼ cups, which can be either hot or cold. Mix again and add the 8 egg yolks to thicken and give a creamy texture to the mixture. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 5 milliliters. The cornstarch acts as a thickening agent, while the egg yolks contribute to the creaminess and smoothness of the preparation. Put the saucepan back on the heat, and without stopping stirring, boil the cream until it thickens well. The ripe banana pastry cream is a healthy and tasty option for those looking to maintain a balanced diet. The ripe bananas provide a natural sweetness to the cream, while the almond milk makes it suitable for those who are lactose intolerant or follow a vegan diet. Additionally, by using cornstarch instead of wheat flour, we achieve a gluten-free version. This pastry cream can be enjoyed by those with gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. In the United States, banana pastry cream is often associated with Southern desserts, reflecting the region's love for banana-based treats. It's a key component in banana cream pies, a classic American dessert that gained popularity in the mid-20th century. What sets it apart in American kitchens is its adaptability. It's commonly used as a filling for trifles, layer cakes, and eclairs. In recent years, banana pastry cream has seen a resurgence in popularity due to the demand for natural, fruit-sweetened desserts. Once thickened, pour the ripe banana cream into a container, preferably glass or steel. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it reach room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator. Once cooled and set, beat the ripe banana cream in a separate bowl to make it creamy again. You can use it to fill sheet cakes, tarts, individual dessert cups, tartlets, and many more desserts. Beyond France, pastry cream is a global favorite. In Italy, it's known as crema pasticcera and used in cannoli, while in Spain, it fills traditional roscones de reyes. Its timeless appeal lies in its ability to elevate any dessert with its rich, creamy flavor. Banana pastry cream is a unique twist on the traditional recipe, offering both natural sweetness and a tropical flavor. What makes it special is the dual role of bananas. They act as a natural sweetener, reducing the need for refined sugar, and their creamy texture enhances the consistency of the cream without relying heavily on fats. Bananas are also rich in potassium, vitamins B6 and C, and dietary fiber, making this cream a healthier alternative to traditional versions. A fun fact is that bananas, when cooked, release an even more intense aroma and flavor, adding depth to the pastry cream. Few people know that banana pastry cream can vary in flavor depending on the ripeness of the bananas used. Overripe bananas produce a sweeter and more aromatic cream, while slightly less ripe ones yield a subtler, fresher taste. This versatile cream pairs beautifully with chocolate, nuts, or tropical fruits, making it a favorite among innovative pastry chefs seeking natural and bold flavors. Interestingly, some American bakers add a splash of bourbon or rum to banana pastry cream, giving it a distinctly southern flair. This variation enhances the flavor profile and makes it a favorite for more sophisticated or adult-friendly desserts served at special occasions. The cream's creamy, nostalgic flavor continues to be a hit in bakeries and home kitchens alike. I hope you're encouraged to try this delicious and economical cream, as it's very easy to prepare and full of flavor. Get ready to discover a heavenly combination of flavors in this exquisite duo cream of ripe bananas and chocolate ganache. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to prepare this irresistible cream, perfect for cakes, cupcakes, and various desserts. Get ready to delight your loved ones and yourself with this banana and chocolate ganache duo cream. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with other baking enthusiasts. I guarantee this flavor duo will win you over from the very first bite. We'll start with ripe bananas that will bring a natural sweetness and a creamy texture to our cream. The bananas will be cooked and blended into a smooth, silky puree, which will serve as the base for our first layer of cream. Begin by peeling and chopping 4 ripe bananas, which is approximately 500 grams or 1.1 pounds. I use canary bananas, but you can also use other varieties based on availability, such as plantains, apple bananas, Dominican bananas, burro bananas, Cavendish bananas, or common bananas. Heat a saucepan and add 50 grams of unsalted butter, which is about 3.5 tablespoons. Let it melt slightly, then add the chopped bananas. Squeeze in the juice of half a lemon, which is around 50 milliliters or 3 tablespoons. Optionally, add 1 tablespoon of honey and a teaspoon of vanilla extract for extra flavor. Stir occasionally and let it boil for about 2 minutes. Remove the saucepan from the heat and blend the banana mixture until you achieve a smooth puree. To the hot banana puree, add a little milk. The total amount of milk used will be 300 milliliters or 1¼ cups. First, add a small amount to mix in 50 grams or 1/3 cup of cornstarch. If you prefer, you can substitute this with 100 grams or 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Once the cornstarch is well combined, add the rest of the milk and mix until smooth. Return the saucepan to the heat and stir continuously until the cream thickens nicely. Transfer the banana cream to a metal or glass container. Cover it with plastic wrap, touching the surface to prevent skin from forming, and let it cool for at least 2 hours. To elevate the flavor and add an irresistible touch, we'll prepare a decadent and smooth chocolate ganache. For this, you'll need 250 milliliters or 1 cup of heavy cream. Heat a small saucepan with a bit of water and place a bowl on top, using the double boiler method. Pour the heavy cream into the bowl and let it warm up slightly. Then, add 250 grams or 9 ounces of dark chocolate and stir until it is fully melted and smooth. Optionally, you can add 80 milliliters or 1/3 cup more of heavy cream for a lighter texture. Once the chocolate is melted, cover the ganache with plastic wrap touching the surface and let it cool completely. Now that the banana cream has cooled and set, beat it separately to make it creamy again. In another bowl, add 250 milliliters or 1 cup of very cold heavy cream and whip it for about 3 minutes until firm. Gradually fold in the banana cream into the whipped cream, mixing until you achieve a thick and smooth consistency. This cream can be made a day in advance and can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. This amount is enough to fill and cover a cake with a diameter of 15 to 18 centimeters or 6 to 7 inches and a height of 10 centimeters or 4 inches. I used this cream to decorate 24 large cupcakes with high rosette-style swirls. The cupcakes turned out beautifully. However, this cream is not suitable for covering fondant cakes or for filling multi-tier fondant cakes. The next step is to beat the cooled ganache to achieve the perfect texture. I like to add a bit more heavy cream, about 80 milliliters or 1/3 cup, to make the ganache even smoother. Use an electric mixer or a hand mixer, starting at a low speed and gradually increasing to medium-high. Beat the ganache for a few minutes until it becomes lighter and more airy. You'll notice the volume increases and the texture becomes fluffier. It's essential to monitor the ganache closely during this process, as overbeating can make it grainy. Stop mixing as soon as you reach the desired texture. Whipping the chocolate ganache is a key step to achieving a delicious, lighter, and fluffier texture. Enjoy the process and make the most of this delightful preparation. Once both creams are ready, you'll learn the art of filling piping bags evenly to ensure a perfect amount of each cream when decorating your creations. This technique will help you achieve a visually balanced and perfect distribution of the creams on your cakes, cupcakes, or any delicious dessert you want to decorate. Once you have both creams prepared, you'll learn how to use them to fill and decorate your cakes and cupcakes. You can layer them alternately for a perfect balance between the sweetness of the banana and the intensity of the chocolate, or you can use one cream as a filling and the other for covering your creations with elegant swirls, or simply spread it artfully over your desserts. The final result will be an explosion of flavors in every bite. The soft, sweet ripe banana will harmonize beautifully with the rich and seductive chocolate ganache, creating a deliciously indulgent experience for your palate. Get ready to captivate your loved ones with this duo cream of ripe bananas and chocolate ganache. Its decadent flavors and impressive appearance will make it the star of any event. Subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and discover the art of mixing and decorating with these irresistible creams. In this video, we are going to make a truly special cream. I will guide you step by step to achieve that perfect, silky, and firm texture that makes this cream so unique. Additionally, I'll teach you how to color it with gel food coloring to personalize your creations and show you how to restore its smooth and creamy texture if it becomes too cold. For this recipe, I use simple, affordable ingredients that are easily accessible to everyone. This cream has a smooth, firm, and silky texture. Its consistency is stable, allowing rosettes and other decorative details to stay in place without crumbling or losing shape. This cream can be used as a filling for macarons and cakes, providing a sweet flavor and a delightful texture. It can also serve as a base for making truffles or bonbons, providing a rich and creamy interior texture. The Butterganache maintains its firmness without being frozen, just refrigerated. You can see how the rosettes and decorations don't crumble or shift when you turn the plate. This stability is a testament to its well-balanced consistency. The Butterganache handles very well with a piping bag. Its texture allows precise and controlled application, ideal for detailed and elegant decorations. I would be very happy if you could let me know from which country you're watching while I start this delicious recipe. Place 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of white chocolate in a heat-proof bowl. Add 150 milliliters, 5 fluid ounces, of cream or heavy whipping cream to the bowl with the chocolate. Place the bowl with the chocolate and cream inside a saucepan with warm water. Bring the saucepan to the stove and heat over low heat until the chocolate is almost melted and mixes well with the cream. As an alternative, you can also melt the chocolate and cream in a double boiler in the microwave, heating in short intervals of 30 seconds and stirring well between each interval to prevent the chocolate from burning. Once the chocolate and cream are completely melted and well combined, cover the surface of the mixture with plastic wrap, making sure the plastic touches the chocolate directly. Let it cool to room temperature until the mixture is warm but not completely cold. The mixture should have a honey-like texture. Transfer the mixture and add 250 g, 8.8 ounces, of unsalted butter at room temperature. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with all my new videos. Beat the mixture at medium speed until it acquires a creamy and homogeneous texture. You can support me by sharing my videos on your social media accounts. Make sure to scrape the sides of the bowl with a spatula to gather any pieces of butter that might have stuck to the edges. Beat at high speed until you achieve a perfect, smooth, and silky cream. The mixture should have a light and homogeneous texture, ideal for decorating and filling your desserts. If you like my video, I would be very happy if you subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. Now transfer the cream to a piping bag equipped with a nozzle. You'll see how well it holds its shape and how firm this delicious cream is, perfect for decorating your desserts with elegant and precise details. This cream can be stored in the refrigerator for up to a week. Before using it, let it rest at room temperature to regain its smooth texture. If necessary, lightly beat it again to restore its creamy consistency. Butterganache can be frozen for 2 to 3 months. Wrap the airtight container with additional plastic wrap to prevent freezer burn. To use it, defrost it in the refrigerator overnight and then at room temperature. If the texture has altered, beat it again to regain its smoothness. Next, I want to show you how firm this cream is. It's amazing. Observe how it holds its shape, how firm it is, and how perfectly the rosettes have formed using this beautiful nozzle. It's worth mentioning that this cream has only been refrigerated, not frozen. Thanks to its high chocolate and butter content, it hardens quickly when refrigerated. If you prefer a completely sugar-free cream, you can use sugar-free white chocolate. Here, I show you how the cream looks after 2 days in the refrigerator without being covered. I stored it exactly as you see it. I will take a portion of the cream, make a few rosettes, and put them in the microwave for a few seconds, just enough time to soften the cream, and then mix it with a spatula. Another option is to soften the cream in a double boiler. Do this gradually, whether with small amounts or the entire cream, but always ensuring it doesn't melt excessively. I dyed the cream lemon yellow by adding a generous amount of gel coloring. This way, you can see that the cream maintains its texture without altering it. I mix well and set it aside for now. Next, I take another portion of cream and leave it a few more seconds in the microwave to show you how liquid it becomes if overheated, in case this happens to you, and how to fix it. I mix it well and let it rest until it reaches room temperature. Then, I continue working with other small portions and dye them in various colors. I mix the cream that was previously more liquid with some firmer cream to improve its consistency. After mixing well, I also add a generous amount of blue gel coloring. Depending on the shade of color you're looking for, you can add a generous amount like I did or just a little coloring. I prepare the nozzles I'm going to use to show you the texture the cream should have, and I select 5 large 1E nozzles. If you work in pastry or make cakes frequently, having several nozzles of the same size makes the work much easier. Nowadays, we're lucky to have access to and purchase nozzles at very affordable prices on various platforms like Temu. This is especially useful for decorating cakes like unicorn or vintage-style cakes, which are very trendy these days, where you need to have several nozzles ready with different cream colors. I prepare each nozzle with its respective piping bag and add the cream to each one. Here's the demonstration, as always in my tutorials, so you can see the perfect and firm texture of this cream, just like it was 2 days ago when it was freshly made. I hope I've explained myself well and that my tips help you in preparing this cream, dyeing it, and decorating with it. We'll use substitute chocolate, Purato's ambient cream, vegetable cream with 38% fat, and unsalted butter. These 3 ingredients will allow you to create an extra firm ganache resistant and perfect for any climate. You also have the option to use higher quality white chocolate, milk chocolate, or dark chocolate along with animal origin cream. If you decide to use milk or dark chocolate, it's important to adjust the amounts to achieve the desired texture for an extra firm and silky Butterganache using different types of chocolate. It's important to adjust the proportions since the cocoa content and consistency vary between white, milk, and dark chocolate. In the video description, I'll leave the necessary quantities for each type of chocolate so you can adapt them and always achieve the perfect texture. With this cream, you can make roses, ruffles, basket-style decorations, or even flowers using very large nozzles like the one I show below. I reuse the same cream, gather it all into the same piping bag, and show you how you could decorate cupcakes with a single application. These nozzles are often used to make zephyr flowers. On my channel, you'll find several step-by-step tutorials. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial, for sharing it, subscribing to my channel, and for your kind and motivating comments. Thank you, and see you soon. Today we will learn how to prepare the classic Diplomate cream, an exquisite combination of pastry cream and whipped cream that results in a light and airy texture. Its versatility, delicate flavor, and perfect consistency make it an ideal choice for filling and decorating cakes, profiteroles, eclairs, cake layers, and even for creating elegant decorations on cupcakes, mousses, and more. In this tutorial, I'll show you the piping technique in a transparent glass, where you'll see how this cream holds its impeccable shape, even in large quantities. I like teaching this way so you can appreciate the firm texture of the cream and how you can apply it to your cake decorations. This recipe is essential for both those who seek professional results and those who prepare it at home, as it adapts to various preparations and always maintains its perfect shape and flavor. Prepare 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of milk and add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract or the flavor of your choice. Heat the mixture over low heat until it is warm. It should not come to a boil. This will help infuse the flavor into the milk without overheating it. In a bowl, place 11 egg yolks, 215 g/7.6 ounces yolks. If you prefer, you can use fewer yolks, but in this case, I'm using leftovers from other preparations like zephyr. Add 200 g, 1 cup, of regular white sugar and 2 tablespoons, 40 g/1.4 ounces, of cornstarch, which you can substitute with 4 tablespoons of flour if you prefer. Mix gently until combined. Gradually pour the warm milk over the yolk mixture, whisking gently. Once everything is well integrated, pour the mixture back into the saucepan. Cook over medium heat, stirring constantly, until the cream boils and thickens well. The cream should have a thick, smooth, and glossy texture without lumps. This cream is unique because it bridges the gap between different textures. It's more stable than chantilly cream and lighter than mousseline cream, making it an ideal choice for decorations and elaborate desserts. Its texture is incredibly versatile, holding its shape for hours, even under refrigeration. This stability is due to the perfect blend of whipped cream's fat content and pastry cream's thickness. Transfer the cream to another container and cover it with plastic wrap in direct contact with the surface to prevent a crust from forming. Let it cool to room temperature and then refrigerate until ready to use. This pastry cream will be ready to use in your Diplomate cream recipe or any dessert you wish to fill or decorate. Here I show you two types of cream for whipping, one of plant origin and the other of animal origin. In this recipe, I will use 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of plant-based Purato's ambient cream, but you can choose whichever you prefer or the brand you usually use. Pour the cream into a bowl and beat on medium-high speed until it reaches firm and stable peaks. This texture will allow the Diplomate cream to hold its shape, making it ideal for both filling and decorating desserts. Take the pastry cream out of the fridge, and to give it a smoother and creamier texture, beat it lightly until it is homogeneous and lump-free. You'll see it becomes very creamy after beating. Now incorporate the pastry cream into the whipped cream in several batches, beating at medium-high speed. Repeat this process with the rest of the pastry cream, blending well after each addition, until you have a smooth, airy, and voluminous cream. This mixture will give you a Diplomate cream that is light, stable, and perfect for decorating or filling any dessert. Diplomate cream has roots in French pastry, a country renowned for its influence on global gastronomy and baking. However, its use has spread worldwide due to its versatility and light texture. While the exact creator is unknown, it is a direct derivative of Chibouste cream, another classic cream that combines pastry cream with meringue. The main difference is that Diplomate cream uses whipped cream instead of meringue, giving it more stability and a fluffier texture. The name Diplomate comes from its refined and elegant nature. It's considered a diplomatic mix because it combines two classic preparations, pastry cream and whipped cream. This is how beautiful and firm Diplomate cream turns out. It is delicious and versatile, ideal for a wide variety of desserts. You can use it to fill sheet cakes, multi-layer cakes alternating with other fillings, or even create individual desserts in glasses by combining it with cookies and fresh fruit. Additionally, you can adapt and customize this recipe to your liking to explore new combinations and flavors. Starting from the classic Diplomate cream recipe, we can add flavor with practically any ingredient we like. This way, we can create flavored Diplomate creams such as coffee, chocolate, orange, lemon, mango, and many more. The procedure is practically the same. The key is to prepare the pastry cream previously infused or mixed with the desired ingredient. For example, you can make a pastry cream with chocolate, lemon, praline, coffee, or caramel. You just need to infuse or mix the flavor into the pastry cream before combining it with the whipped cream. Diplomate cream is a globally loved preparation with a rich history and fascinating versatility. In France, it is a staple in classic desserts like the millefeuille and is frequently used to fill profiteroles and eclairs. Italy has embraced it as a filling for traditional cakes and tiramisu variations, while in Latin America, it is a favorite for festive treats and birthday cakes. Even in Japan, Diplomate cream is highly regarded for its delicate texture, often featured in European-inspired pastries. On a technical level, the integration of whipped cream into pastry cream creates a fluffy yet elastic texture, perfect for piping and decorating. Unlike other creams, Diplomate cream maintains its structure without separating, thanks to the firm foundation provided by the pastry cream. This balance of stability, lightness, and flavor has secured its place as a timeless favorite in both professional and home baking. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Today we're going to learn some basic techniques to make beautiful roses, how to color Italian meringue, and I'll give you tips, tricks, and solutions to common issues when making this extra firm Italian meringue. First, divide the Italian meringue into several bowls depending on the colors you want to achieve. I recommend using gel food coloring for the best results. I use gel colorings from 3 different brands to show you how well they work. They don't alter the texture of the meringue at all, it remains just as firm and perfect. To achieve a lighter or stronger tone, it depends on the amount of coloring you add. The gel colorings I use are strong and high quality. But even so, if you're looking for a strong red or black tone, you'll need to add a lot of coloring to achieve it. For a dark green tone, I had to add green coloring several times plus a drop of black coloring. In the 19th century, Italian meringue was more than just a delicious dessert component, it was a symbol of refinement and status. Sugar, a luxury item during that era, was expensive and not readily available to the general population. The ability to create desserts featuring Italian meringue demonstrated both access to this prized ingredient and the skill to use it. The intricate designs and decorations made possible by Italian meringue were often showcased at lavish banquets and royal gatherings. To make the roses, I'm going to use piping tips from different brands, large and small. This is piping tip number 128 for making large roses. This is a curved petal piping tip, number 874. Which is great for making beautiful large roses. Here I have 2 almost identical piping tips from different brands but with the same number, 125. These 2 tips are also identical, one without a number, bought from AliExpress, and the other is number 123. Next, we have leaf piping tips, numbers 68 and 113. Here I'm showing you rice cones also bought from AliExpress, which are very useful for forming the roses along with this decorating stand or nail. To attach the piping tip to the piping bag, do it this way: slide the tip inside the bag until it fits and cut the tip of the piping bag. Place the piping bag in a tall glass, folding the edges over the glass for easier filling. Now you can add the meringue by the spoonful. Close the piping bag with a kitchen clip and set it aside for now. Repeat the same steps with the other piping tips. Let's start forming the roses. Place a bit of meringue on the decorating nail and attach the rice cone. Start forming the rose. When decorating, pay attention to the speed and pressure. Beginners often decorate slowly at first, which can create an uneven look. Pressure is also important. Too much pressure will deform the decoration, and too little will make your work look shaky. Once you feel comfortable, this will improve, so don't worry. Practice as many times as needed. They say practice makes perfect. While you watch, enjoy, and learn how to decorate with these piping tips, I'll talk about potential issues you might face when making this extra firm Italian meringue. If the meringue holds its peak but starts to collapse when decorating, it might be due to underbeating or excessive humidity in the environment. Both can cause the meringue to soften. If the meringue is sticky and doesn't smooth out well, it could be because the sugar syrup has too much sugar relative to the egg whites or if the syrup was overcooked. This also happens if the egg white quantity is higher than the recommended amount or if the meringue wasn't whipped enough to become creamy, shiny, and extra firm. If the meringue separates and releases liquid after resting, this happens when the egg whites were overbeaten before adding the syrup was not at the right consistency, or the syrup was added too quickly. It can also happen if the meringue wasn't whipped enough after combining the ingredients. This is how beautifully perfect and well-defined decorations look with this extra firm Italian meringue. I encourage you to make this recipe without fear. Italian meringue is deeply rooted in European culinary history and is thought to have been created in Italy during the 17th century. It gained widespread recognition when François Machelot, a French chef serving aristocrats, included a recipe for meringue in his groundbreaking cookbook, Le Cuisinier Royal et Bourgeois in 1691. This marked the first recorded instance of meringue in French cuisine, but the technique itself is believed to have already been practiced in Italy and Switzerland. The name Italian meringue distinguishes this method of preparation from others like French and Swiss meringue. Italy's love for pastries and desserts likely spurred the refinement of the technique, especially for creating stable foams that could hold elaborate shapes for extended periods. This stability made Italian meringue ideal for constructing sophisticated decorations and for use in ornate cakes and pastries. Interestingly, the meringue's exact invention remains somewhat of a mystery, as various forms of beaten egg whites with sugar existed across Europe. However, Italy's tradition of combining culinary precision with artistic presentation likely led to the development of the specific hot syrup method that sets Italian meringue apart. It wasn't until the 18th and 19th centuries that Italian meringue became a cornerstone of pastry making across Europe, influencing countless recipes in both savory and sweet kitchens. Today, it continues to symbolize the fusion of science and artistry in baking, with its roots proudly tied to Italian ingenuity. I want to show you how this meringue and decoration look after 3 days in the fridge. The colors didn't change at all. I stored it in the fridge just like this, uncovered, on a plate. The only difference is that it dried out a bit, which is normal. You can see there's no liquid on the plate. The Italian meringue is perfect. Italian meringue stands out among its counterparts due to its remarkable resistance to humidity. While French meringue tends to weep or soften in damp conditions, Italian meringue remains resilient because the sugar syrup used in its preparation stabilizes the proteins in the egg whites. This makes it a favorite for bakers in tropical or coastal regions, where high humidity often causes issues with other types of meringue. The syrup's temperature during the cooking process, 118 degrees Celsius, 245 degrees Fahrenheit, creates a unique texture that is less likely to absorb moisture from the surrounding air. This characteristic is particularly valuable when making intricate decorations or desserts that need to maintain their shape over time. In hot climates, Italian meringue is often preferred for desserts like tarts, mousses, and pavlovas, as it doesn't collapse as easily as French meringue under warm conditions. For those who still don't know how to make Italian meringue, here's the recipe I use. Add 300 g, 1½ cups, of sugar to a saucepan with 125 milliliters, half a cup, of water. Separately, in a bowl, add 150 g, about 4 large egg whites, and 2 packets of vanilla sugar, 8 g each, or 1 teaspoon of regular sugar and a bit of vanilla extract as a substitute. Set a timer, as in many of my tutorials, to help you with the timing for each step. Italian meringue requires boiling the syrup on medium-low heat in one pan while beating the egg whites in another bowl. If you have a thermometer, the ideal syrup temperature is 118 degrees Celsius, 245 degrees Fahrenheit. Without a thermometer, you can tell the syrup is ready when it starts bubbling, which takes about 7 minutes for this amount. Turn off the heat and add a teaspoon of lemon-flavored fruit salt, or replace it with a teaspoon of lemon juice or vinegar. Mix the fruit salt with the hot syrup and slowly pour it into the whipped egg whites while continuing to beat. Using a professional mixer makes this step easier, but I like to demonstrate using a regular, inexpensive hand mixer to show everyone can achieve an extra firm, shiny, and delicious meringue. Italian meringue was especially admired in France and England, where it became a staple of haute cuisine. Famous pastry chefs of the time, such as Marie-Antoine Carême, used it to craft architectural masterpieces, including towering croquembouches and multi-tiered cakes. After 13 minutes of whipping, you'll have a firm and shiny meringue, but if you whip for 2 more minutes, you'll achieve an extra firm texture. Notice how it clings to the mixer blades, it's incredibly firm. It's still warm, which is perfect for decorating cakes or using piping tips for various designs. This meringue holds up very well at room temperature in any climate. It's the most economical, well-known, and widely used cream in baking worldwide. It also stores well in the fridge for 4 days. Cake decorations stay intact without collapsing, melting, or changing. Leftover meringue can be stored in an airtight container or even frozen for up to a month. The meringue's ability to hold its shape for days was a game changer, allowing chefs to experiment with more ambitious designs. Even as sugar became more accessible in the 20th century, Italian meringue retained its reputation as an elegant and professional technique. To this day, it is associated with high-quality desserts and the skill of a trained pastry chef, making it a timeless representation of sophistication in the culinary world. Here's a tip for creating impressive, unique roses. Use piping tip number 125, or a similar petal tip in a larger or smaller size. Paint a thin line of gel food coloring, like wine red or your preferred color, along the thinner edge of the piping tip using a skewer. Fill the piping bag with meringue, and you'll see it doesn't change the texture, it remains firm and perfect. Now, I'll show you my easy method for making roses. You'll need a decorating nail, an essential and accessible tool available at baking supply stores along with piping tips. Add a bit of Italian meringue to the nail to form the center of the rose. Cover the center with a ribbon of meringue, wrapping it 2 or 3 times, and then start forming the petals. Keep the thick part of the piping tip down to create beautiful white roses with red edges. With this amount of Italian meringue, you can cover a cake 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, tall, plus make 3 to 5 roses and some small decorations. Thank you so much for your support. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more frosting recipes. See you soon. This frosting is not only delicious but also visually stunning. Its perfect consistency allows precise applications on cakes and cupcakes, transforming them into elegant and tempting creations. Get ready to elevate your desserts to a higher level with Lotus and margarine frosting. Discover how a simple frosting can become the star of your culinary creations, captivating both your senses and your palate. Elevate your pastry creations to a whole new level with this irresistible margarine and Lotus cream. This delicious combination fuses the creaminess of margarine with the characteristic caramel and spice flavor of Lotus Biscoff cookies, creating a taste experience that will leave you speechless. Give your sweets a touch of magic with this margarine and Lotus Biscoff cream. Let's start by preparing the brown margarine. Cut 250 grams, 1 cup, of margarine into cubes and place them in a saucepan over medium heat. Cook the margarine, stirring regularly, until it starts to foam, turns golden brown, and emits an irresistible nutty aroma. This process usually takes a few minutes, so it's important to watch closely to avoid browning the margarine too quickly or burning it. This Lotus Biscoff margarine frosting is an absolute game changer for any dessert. The secret lies in browning the margarine first. As it browns, the margarine takes on a rich, golden color and develops a nutty, toasted aroma that completely transforms the flavor of the frosting. It adds a surprising depth and complexity that you wouldn't expect, making every bite more delicious. Then, immediately transfer the mixture to a heat-resistant container, making sure to scrape all those delicious brown bits from the bottom of the pan. Cool the margarine until it solidifies, then let it return to room temperature. It's crucial that the margarine is at room temperature before starting to prepare the frosting. Once the browned margarine is ready, beat it for a minute to cream it a bit. add the Biscoff cream, about 2 heaping tablespoons. Combine the browned margarine with the Biscoff cream using either a stand mixer or a hand mixer. What's even better is how versatile this frosting is. You can easily customize it to fit your taste. You could add a splash of vanilla extract for a classic twist, a bit of almond extract for a nutty hint, or even a touch of coffee extract to give it a more intense, rich flavor. Beat until you obtain a smooth and uniform mixture. Plus, this recipe is perfect for those looking for a vegan option since both the margarine and Lotus Biscoff spread are plant-based. It's a fantastic dairy-free alternative that doesn't sacrifice any flavor or texture. Now add the powdered sugar, approximately 3 tablespoons, 45 grams/0.4 ounces, and add 1 or 2 tablespoons of almond milk. If you prefer, you can adjust the amount of powdered sugar or substitute the milk with lemon juice. Start mixing with the mixer turned off to prevent the powdered sugar from spreading, then beat at medium speed until achieving a fluffy, very firm, and perfectly mixed consistency. Lotus Bakeries was founded in 1932 in the small town of Lembeek, Belgium, by the Boon brothers. From the beginning, the company focused on making speculoos, a traditional Belgian spiced cookie, which we now know as Biscoff. The name Biscoff is a blend of the words biscuit and coffee, reflecting the original purpose of these cookies as the perfect coffee companion. Although the cookies were popular in Belgium and the Netherlands, their international fame took off in the 1980s when they were served as a snack on flights of US airlines. Passengers fell in love with the unique flavor, helping to establish the brand worldwide. The recipe for Lotus Biscoff has remained unchanged since its creation. The secret blend of spices gives it a distinctive caramelized taste, setting it apart from other cookies. In Europe, Lotus Biscoff is a classic companion to coffee. In many cafes, the cookie is served on the side of a cup of espresso, making it a beloved part of the coffee drinking experience. In the 2000s, the introduction of Lotus Biscoff spread, a creamy version of the cookies, brought a new wave of popularity. This spread became a hit for its versatile use in desserts, baked goods, and as a simple spread on toast. Lotus Biscoff's journey from a small-town Belgian treat to a worldwide sensation is a testament to its unique flavor and versatility in both snacks and baking. Next, you can proceed to apply the frosting on a cake or cupcakes immediately. If you don't plan to use it right away, store this delicious Lotus Biscoff frosting in an airtight container. You can refrigerate it for up to 1 month or freeze it for up to 3 months. Before using it, let it reach room temperature. If you notice it has lost some smoothness, simply add a bit of almond milk and mix to restore its perfect consistency. This fabulous margarine cream recipe is perfect for decorating 12 cupcakes, for filling, or for frosting a 2-layer, 8-inch, 20 centimeters, round cake with enough frosting to cover not only the top but also the sides and the delicious center of the cake. Get ready to create true pastry masterpieces with this delicious margarine cream. And if you're into decorating, this frosting is ideal for drip cakes. Its firm yet smooth texture allows it to cover the edges of your cakes beautifully and evenly, giving your desserts that elegant and professional look. Whether you're using it on cupcakes, layer cakes, or as a filling, this frosting is guaranteed to impress. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more delicious ideas. Also, make sure to click the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let me know how your frosting turned out. See you next time, and happy baking! Prepare a Swiss meringue buttercream like a true expert. Learn the secrets to achieving a smooth and less sweet texture. Discover the versatility of this cream in baking and become a master in the kitchen. You won't have to worry anymore about creams that split or don't reach the desired consistency, as this tutorial will show you how to get a perfect cream every time. In this video, we will discover together the secret to an irresistible buttercream, the classic buttercream with a Swiss meringue base. This variant is known for its smooth and silky texture that melts in your mouth like a cloud. The best part is that it is not as greasy and sweet as traditional buttercream, making it perfect for those looking for a delicate flavor and lighter consistency. Expert bakers love this recipe because it is very versatile. You can customize it with different flavors and colors, making it the perfect choice for any occasion and creation. The formula to remember for this delicious buttercream is very simple. For every measure of egg whites, you need 2 measures of sugar and 3 measures of unsalted butter. It's very easy to adapt depending on the quantity you need. For the homemade raspberry jam, follow this simple recipe. Place 250 grams, 9 ounces, of frozen or fresh raspberries in a saucepan, add 2 tablespoons of sugar and 60 milliliters, a quarter cup, of water. Let the mixture boil over medium heat for about 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. Once the jam has thickened, remove the saucepan from the heat. If you prefer a smoother texture, pass the raspberry jam through a sieve to remove the seeds, just like I do. This step is optional since some people enjoy the texture with the seeds. Let the obtained jam cool while we continue with the Swiss meringue recipe. Here are the measurements in cups. Half a cup of egg whites, equivalent to 125 grams or about 3 egg whites. 1 cup of sugar, 250 grams. 1½ cups of unsalted butter, 375 grams. Additionally, to give it a special and delicious touch, we will incorporate 6 tablespoons of homemade raspberry jam. In a heat-resistant bowl, mix the egg whites and sugar and place it over a double boiler on the stove, where we already have a saucepan with boiling water. Mix constantly for about 3 minutes until reaching a temperature between 140 to 149 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 to 65 degrees Celsius. You should feel that when you touch it with your fingertips, the mixture is very, very hot, almost burning, and the sugar has completely dissolved. Remove from the double boiler and transfer the mixture to another heat-proof bowl. Using a handheld mixer, beat the egg whites on medium-high speed until they thicken and cool down. I will set a timer to help you know the time needed to beat this Swiss meringue with butter and raspberries. This meringue is very popular because the egg whites are pasteurized before whipping, so it can be safely consumed even while raw. After 4 minutes of beating, my Swiss meringue is ready at 93 degrees Fahrenheit 34 degrees Celsius, which is perfect for starting to add the butter gradually. The amount of unsalted butter I use is 375 grams, 1½ cups, as I mentioned before. Add it in 2 batches and beat on high speed as you add the butter. The meringue will become liquid and will reach a point where you might think it has split. Don't stop. Keep beating and add all the butter. In just a few seconds, it will transform on its own and become completely smooth, firm, and ready to use. Swiss meringue is widely used in baking, as it is shiny and quite easy to prepare. It looks beautiful on tarts, cupcakes, and individual desserts. But I must tell you it is perfect for filling and covering cakes and is the best for decorating with piping tips for any type of decoration. Add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and beat until fully incorporated. You can prepare this cream a couple of days in advance. It can be stored in the refrigerator for up to a week. It can even be frozen. In total, it took a bit more than 7 minutes of beating for this amount. You can add gel or paste food coloring to this cream. You can also add fruit pastes, syrups, chocolate, Nutella, dulce de leche, cream cheese, mascarpone, and all kinds of flavorings or raspberry jam, just like I do. Add the homemade raspberry jam, and the amount is optional, as per your taste. I add about 6 tablespoons and continue beating until fully incorporated. If the cream looks split, don't panic. Any butter-based cream repairs itself if you beat it with a mixer on high speed, even for 10 to 15 minutes. Watch the cream as it turns creamy again. This cream is perfect for use in summer, as it holds up for several hours outside the fridge. However, it's important to protect it from direct sunlight on the cake. It's best to keep it in a cool place or in the shade during the party to ensure it stays in optimal condition and maintains its perfect texture and flavor. Did you know? Swiss meringue buttercream is believed to have originated in Switzerland during the 19th century. It was developed as a lighter alternative to traditional buttercreams, combining Swiss precision in technique with French culinary influences. While Swiss meringue buttercream is named after Switzerland, its roots can be traced to the broader European meringue tradition, which originated in the 17th century. Swiss bakers perfected the method of gently heating the egg whites and sugar, creating a stable, glossy meringue that serves as the foundation for this buttercream. Swiss meringue buttercream was popularized in the mid-20th century by French and Swiss pastry chefs who sought a smoother, more sophisticated alternative to the sugary American buttercream. It became a staple in European pâtisseries due to its delicate texture and refined taste. One of the reasons Swiss meringue buttercream is so smooth and silky is because the egg whites are gently heated with sugar to dissolve all the sugar granules. This heating process also pasteurizes the egg whites, making it safer to consume than raw meringues. Also, unlike the traditional American buttercream, Swiss meringue buttercream is much less sweet because it uses whipped egg whites instead of just powdered sugar. This gives it a lighter, smoother texture and a more refined taste. Swiss meringue buttercream is naturally whiter in color compared to other buttercreams. This is because the process of whipping egg whites creates a bright, glossy meringue base, making it an excellent choice for cakes that need a pure white finish without food coloring. I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I do and that my explanation is helpful. Share this recipe with your friends and on your social media. I truly appreciate your support and the lovely comments you leave on the channel. Thank you so much, and see you soon. In the world of pastry, Chocolate Ganache stands out for its perfect harmony, delighting the most discerning palates. This super delicious dessert can be prepared with just 3 ingredients, with no added sugar and no butter. With just 2 simple steps, it becomes a quick and easy option for any occasion. Its smooth and creamy texture makes it an ideal ingredient for a wide range of treats, including individual desserts in cups with cookies or fresh fruit, decoration for a rich ice cream, cakes, cupcakes, cookies, and macarons. In addition to its versatility and freshness, its intense and aromatic flavor adds a gourmet touch to any creation. I would be so happy if you tell me from which country you're watching me as I start the recipe. Prepare 1½ cups, 350 milliliters, of fresh cream with 38% fat content or heavy whipping cream. Prepare and weigh 12 ounces, 350 g, of white chocolate. I use compound chocolate or baking chocolate, but you can use any type of higher quality chocolate according to your preference. In a small saucepan, heat the 1½ cups, 350 milliliters, of fresh cream or heavy whipping cream over medium heat until it begins to boil. It's important to pay attention and stir constantly to avoid the cream burning. Remove it from the heat just before it boils completely. Pour the cream over the white chocolate and let it rest for about 2 minutes so that the heat from the cream melts the chocolate. With a spatula or a hand whisk, gently mix the cream and chocolate until you get a smooth and homogeneous mixture. Make sure all the chocolate is completely melted and well incorporated. Add 2 tablespoons of instant coffee and stir well until the coffee is completely dissolved. You can also use an immersion blender or food processor, as I usually do, to ensure a smooth and homogeneous mixture. Transfer the mixture of the 3 ingredients to another bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. Let the mixture come to room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator until you need the coffee ganache. You can prepare it a day ahead. Once cold, whip the ganache until you achieve the desired texture, which can be soft or very firm, depending on how long you beat it. If it happens that you overbeat it or it becomes too firm, don't worry. You can fix it. Slowly add a tablespoon of cream at a time and stir manually with a spoon or whisk until the ganache becomes smooth and creamy again. Use a large Wilton 353 tip and a Wilton 1M tip. Now that you've prepared your delicious coffee ganache with no added sugar and no butter, it's time to enjoy it. Use it as a filling for cakes, sheet cakes, as a topping for cupcakes, or to make delicious desserts in glasses with cookies and red fruits. You can also serve it over ice cream for a refreshing dessert. And there you have it. With these simple steps, you can prepare irresistibly delicious coffee ganache that will surely become the star of your favorite desserts. Let me share with you some interesting details about this coffee ganache that you might find surprising. Did you know that ganache can be used for more than just filling and frosting? It can also be poured over cakes and desserts as a glaze, or even whipped into a mousse for a rich, airy treat. Heavy cream can be stored for up to a week past its expiration date if kept unopened and refrigerated. Just be sure to check for any sour smell before use. Ganache texture changes depending on the chocolate-to-cream ratio. For a thicker ganache, perfect for filling cakes, use more chocolate. For a softer one, great for glazing, use more cream. Did you know ganache can be made with any type of chocolate? Dark, milk, or white chocolate all create different flavors and textures, so you can customize it to match your dessert. Ganache was accidentally invented. It's believed to have been discovered by a French pastry chef in the 19th century when cream was mistakenly poured over chocolate, creating a smooth, glossy consistency. You can freeze ganache for later use. Just store it in an airtight container in the freezer, and when you're ready to use it, let it thaw and whip it back to the perfect consistency. Instant coffee dissolves better in warm liquids. Adding it to the cream helps it blend smoothly into the ganache, intensifying the coffee flavor without leaving any gritty texture. Did you know that ganache has a shelf life? If stored in the fridge, it can last up to 5 days, and it will stay good for about a month if frozen. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell to stay updated with all my new videos. You can support me by sharing my videos on your social media accounts. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Today I bring you a beloved recipe in the world of baking, especially useful in humid and hot climates. The heat-resistant American Buttercream. American Buttercream is a very popular buttercream in baking due to its smoothness, versatility, and ease of preparation. This version strengthened with meringue powder is ideal for warm climates because it holds its shape and texture even at high temperatures. Perfect for decorating and filling cakes, this buttercream can be customized with various flavors and colors, making each creation unique and delicious. American Buttercream has its roots in traditional American baking, created as a simpler, quicker alternative to the more complex European buttercreams. American Buttercream gained popularity for its smooth texture and ability to remain stable in a variety of climates. The inclusion of meringue powder in this modern version provides extra stability, making it a preferred option for cake decorators around the world, especially in hot and humid climates. I'd be very happy if you write to me and let me know which country you're watching from as I start the recipe. Here are the benefits and contributions of each ingredient in the cream. I will be using 1 cup, 200 grams of margarine. Margarine is more stable at room temperature and in warm climates, helping the cream maintain its shape and texture. It provides a smooth and manageable texture, making the decoration work easier. 1 cup, 200 grams of butter. Butter provides a rich and creamy flavor that is difficult to match with other ingredients. 1 cup, 200 grams of vegetable shortening. Vegetable shortening is highly stable and heat-resistant, which improves the durability and resilience of the cream in warm climates. Meringue powder helps stabilize the buttercream, allowing it to hold its shape and texture for longer, even in warm climates. Start by creaming the shortening, margarine, and butter at medium-high speed, beating until smooth and lump-free. The fats should be at room temperature. American Buttercream is believed to have originated in the United States as a simpler alternative to European-style buttercreams, which often require cooking and can be more labor-intensive. Unlike the Swiss or Italian meringue buttercreams that involve heating sugar and egg whites, American Buttercream emerged as a more straightforward option, using just butter and powdered sugar. This made it accessible for home bakers and quickly became popular due to its simplicity and versatility. Add the powdered sugar in 2 parts. I use 4 cups, 400 grams, but if you prefer a sweeter and more stable cream, you can increase the amount up to 6 cups, 600 grams. If you like my video, I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Scrape down the sides of the bowl, add a generous teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons, 20 grams, of meringue powder. Beat until fully combined. This frosting is very resilient and can be kept at room temperature for extended periods or refrigerated. If you want a softer consistency, you can adjust the buttercream by adding a little water or milk. This cream can be customized with jams, extracts, nuts, chocolate, pure cocoa, Nutella, dulce de leche, and much more. You can tint it any shade using gel food coloring. Next, I'll show you how to add large amounts of color without changing the texture of the cream. It remains just as firm, shiny, and perfect. Thanks to the amount of vegetable fats, this cream holds its shape perfectly even in warm conditions. Try making this cream and tell me your results in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with all my new videos. You can support me by sharing my videos on your social networks. Remember, during hot weather, it's essential not to expose cakes to direct sunlight for long periods. Although this cream is heat-resistant, it's important to take extra precautions. Displaying cakes in a cool place will always be an advantage and help maintain their quality and presentation. One curious fact is that during the 20th century, as baking at home gained popularity across the US, recipes that could withstand various climates were needed, especially in warmer southern states. Bakers began experimenting with ingredients like shortening and meringue powder to increase the stability of their buttercream, leading to the modern, heat-resistant version many use today. This adaptation allowed for beautifully decorated cakes that could hold their shape even during summer celebrations and outdoor events. American buttercream has an interesting journey tied to the evolution of home baking culture in the US. During the post-war era of the 1940s and 1950s, there was a boom in baking as it became a symbol of comfort and celebration in American households. With the rise of boxed cake mixes and the increasing popularity of homemade cakes for family gatherings, birthday parties, and holidays, bakers sought out an easy-to-make frosting that could be prepared with readily available ingredients. One fun fact is that early recipes for American buttercream were often published in community cookbooks and shared among neighbors. This frosting quickly became a household staple because it didn't require any cooking or complex techniques, just butter, powdered sugar, and a little milk or cream. The simplicity of the recipe meant that anyone, even beginners, could whip up a smooth, sweet frosting that was perfect for spreading or piping. The buttercream gained further fame as it adapted to include new ingredients. For example, adding vegetable shortening became common in warm states like Florida or Texas to ensure that cakes could endure the heat during outdoor picnics or celebrations. This led to the creation of the heat-resistant version that we know today, showcasing how American ingenuity in baking was influenced by both practicality and a love for desserts that could withstand every occasion. Thank you so much for joining me today and learning how to make this heat-resistant American buttercream. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and all the tips I shared. Remember, baking is all about experimenting and adding your personal touch, so don't be afraid to get creative with flavors and colors. If you try this recipe, please let me know how it turns out in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new recipe. Take care and enjoy making beautiful, delicious creations. Swiss Meringue Buttercream is beloved for its smooth texture, rich flavor, and ability to hold its shape. It's an excellent option for those seeking a frosting that's not overly sweet and is easy to work with for decoration. This versatile and delicious buttercream is used across a wide range of baked goods. You can use it to frost cakes by spreading it evenly over the cake surface or by creating textures and decorations with a spatula or piping tip. For cupcakes, it's a popular choice as well. You can pipe it decoratively on top for a beautiful presentation. It also works perfectly as a filling between cake layers, adding a soft, creamy texture that complements various types of sponge cakes. Swiss meringue buttercream can be colored and used to decorate themed sweets, such as birthday cakes, wedding cakes, or any special event dessert. Experiment with different flavors and colors to personalize your creations. Here's how to make it. Start by taking a heat-resistant bowl, which can be the bowl of your mixer. Dry it completely and wipe it with a paper towel dipped in vinegar to remove any grease marks from previous preparations. Weigh the egg whites and sugar. For this recipe, use 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, of egg whites, 21 ounces, 600 grams, of sugar, and 32 ounces, 900 grams, of unsalted butter at room temperature. But we will add the butter later. Mix the egg whites and sugar evenly. Place the bowl over a pot of simmering water, creating a double boiler. Stir the mixture constantly. This generous recipe will give you enough to fill and frost multiple cakes. Stir the mixture constantly until the sugar dissolves and the mixture reaches a temperature of about 140 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. I use a timer to ensure precision in each step, giving you the exact time needed for this quantity. This process usually takes around 4 to 5 minutes. You can also check by touching the mixture with your fingertips to make sure it's warm and that the sugar has completely dissolved. Remove the bowl from the double boiler. Whisk the egg whites at high speed until they cool down to room temperature. It's essential to lower the temperature before adding the butter, otherwise, the butter will melt, making the mixture soupy or curdled. Swiss Meringue Buttercream is a firmer cream with several advantages. Compared to other frostings, has a velvety, smooth texture that's pleasant on the palate and offers a creamy, rich experience. This cream is more stable at higher temperatures than other butter-based frostings, making it an excellent choice for warm climates or outdoor events, as it's less likely to melt. This recipe can easily be made with a hand mixer. You'll use the same beaters from start to finish. However, if you're using a stand mixer, switch from the whisk attachment to the paddle once the meringue is ready, then add the butter at a low speed. After 10 minutes of whipping, the meringue should be ready, with the temperature at 104 degrees Fahrenheit 40 degrees Celsius, ideal for starting to add the butter gradually. Add your preferred flavor. I like to use half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Begin incorporating the butter cube by cube on low speed. As you add the butter, the meringue may become liquidy or appear curdled at one point. Don't stop, keep going until all the butter cubes are added. You'll see the mixture transform quickly, becoming smooth and ready to use within seconds. This magical moment is when the cream achieves its transformation, becoming deliciously smooth and silky. This buttercream is ideal for summer use, as it can sit out of the fridge for several hours. Avoid direct sun exposure, and keep it in the shade or a cool place during your event. Swiss meringue buttercream is also frequently used as a filling for macarons, providing a delightful contrast with the crisp shells of these delicate pastries. You can also use it as a filling for cookies, creating cookie sandwiches with a generous layer of this frosting. Keep in mind that the entire process takes about 16 minutes of whipping, and it yields a considerable amount. Use this cream to fill, coat, and decorate cakes and cupcakes. It's easy to work with and perfect for decorating cakes and cupcakes. Use different piping tips to create various designs and decorations. Compared to sugar-based icings, this buttercream is less sweet, allowing you to enjoy the primary ingredients' flavors without overwhelming sweetness. You can store it in the fridge for several days without losing texture or flavor. With this recipe, you'll have 1.7 kilograms of Swiss buttercream, enough to fill and decorate multiple cakes. You can also divide it and mix it with fruit pastes, syrups, chocolate, Nutella, or dulce de leche for different flavors using a single base. I transfer the cream into several piping bags with Wilton tips #1M, number 353, and large #1E so you can see its firm texture. It's perfect and, taste-wise, absolutely delicious. This cream can be prepared in advance and stored in the fridge for up to 5 days or even frozen. Besides being a frosting, Swiss meringue is excellent for making detailed decorations on cakes. You can create flowers, leaves, and other decorative elements with this frosting. As you can see, it pipes beautifully. You can also use it to cover cakes and desserts, giving them an elegant appearance and a delicious flavor. This extra firm buttercream holds its shape well, which is ideal for more intricate, elaborate decorations. Choose Swiss meringue buttercream based on your personal taste and the specific needs of the cake or dessert you're preparing. I hope you make this buttercream. It's delicious and very easy to make. Thank you for checking out my recipe. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future recipes. I can't wait to share more delicious ideas with you. You only need 3 ingredients and 3 minutes to make the perfect cream, ideal for those looking for a quick solution without compromising on quality. This mascarpone cream is a simple yet delicious mixture of whipping cream, mascarpone cheese, and powdered sugar. I'd love to know which country you're watching from as I start the recipe. Begin by adding 500 milliliters of chilled vegetable cream. I use Ambient Puratos brand. Ensuring the cream is very cold helps it whip up more quickly and efficiently. Next, add 2 tubs of mascarpone cheese, 500 g total. You can also substitute mascarpone with 500 g of Philadelphia-style cream cheese if needed. Finally, add 1 cup of powdered sugar. In just 3 minutes, you'll have a light, airy, and perfectly firm cream. Adjust the amount of powdered sugar based on your desired consistency. For a firmer texture, simply add more sugar and beat for a few additional seconds until fully incorporated. You can use any type of cream, whether it's of animal origin, whipping cream, or heavy cream, depending on what it's called in your country. This cream's mild flavor and light texture make it perfect for a variety of desserts such as cake fillings, cupcake toppings, or as a base for tiramisu. Ambient Purato's whipping cream and mascarpone cheese are high-quality ingredients that ensure excellent flavor and texture. Mascarpone cream is a great option for both professional chefs and home baking enthusiasts looking for a quick, tasty, and versatile component for their sweet creations. Support me by sharing my videos on your social media. I use large piping tips, Wilton's number 353, 1E, and 1M. The combination of vegetable cream and mascarpone creates a smooth, creamy texture perfect for adding a touch of elegance to any dessert. This versatile cream complements a wide range of desserts with its neutral, balanced flavor. To keep your mascarpone cream in optimal condition, store it in an airtight container in the refrigerator at or below 4 degrees Celsius 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The cream can last in the fridge for 3 to 5 days but is not recommended for freezing, as this can affect the texture and quality, causing it to separate and become grainy when thawed. I hope you try making this cream. It's delicious, budget-friendly, and super easy to prepare. I'll also be sharing tutorials with ripe bananas, a list of meringues, other cake creams, and even Disney princess-themed cakes. Thank you very much, and see you soon.